not that bothered. Waiting for El Frosto to get in here. I'm going to change his name whilst he does. Change nickname. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, I nearly spoonerismed his name. There we go. I'll change yours as well. So we now have Ruby rather than Kaon. Dun 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 dun. Right, let me get my diary up. Let me get the diary up. This workbook contains links to other shit. Deal with it, bruh.
Apparently covering a salad in sriracha does not make it dressing.
Yeah, it does. Sounds like a dressing to me. I'll open the character sheet as well, why not? Wow. There we go. All of the sheets are open. We are back in the world of Fallout.
Awesome.
So, just close this nonsense. Someone having a brew?
I didn't hear a can opening.
Don't know if we allow that kind of behaviour.
Well, it's not beer, so.
Oh, okay. There wasn't a lot of advancement in the last session. Ruby was working on the gun sight. There were several failed inventions. There was a little bit of foraging. I seem to recall you had some luck on foraging, actually. Got a little bit of food out of that.
Yeah.
Then you helped out with some problems in Bad, because you learnt of their water collection trucks. And they asked you to go and fix a fuse junction. And you've currently got soup that gives you a little bit of hit points, because it's that damn good. Thanks to Medic Man, Cookman.
Oh, there's text here.
According to the in-game log, food and wood have been taken for the 18th, which is about to be. So I'll tick over the date to the 18th of March, 2146. Sadly, after the very calm, warm period of early March that you've had, it's now raining quite heavily.
Oh.
Must have had a storm front come overnight or something. But it is pissing it down, and it's quite chilly by comparison. So average temperature is going to be 7, which means that your early morning, late evening is going to be troublesome to get around in if you are going outside. Minimum temperature is going to be -2, so yeah, we're definitely looking at cold exterior weather.
Not really fun times.
At the peak of the day, it's still going to be 18 degrees, though, even in the rain. So other than cold through being damp, the weather is still warm. So yeah, that leads us... here we are. I don't even know what day March 18th is, but... it is today.
Friday.
Leon has done his sleeping, so I'll take that off. And Mimic isn't got a colour. Mimic.
Oh, right. Sorry. Leon does not identify with the color he is, but Leon.
I am not a color.
I am not a. You will not cage me with your terminologies. I am not a color. Okay, I'm sorry. Gurky kind of went into that one.
A mythical character pops out of Leon somehow. So what's going on? Incidentally, and I know this means little, but you have now spent 168 days surviving in
Wow.
central Germany.
Cool. Okay, quick off character question, Rich.
Yes.
How long ago did we help those guys? Well, that yesterday. So
That was yesterday.
yeah, so they probably haven't left yet, or did they make any indication of when they would be leaving?
No indication was made about that. The only thing that I will remind you of is that the quartermaster was seemingly quite pressured. No, not the quartermaster. The Spitzer that was overseeing the technician Spitzer that was overseeing the loading of the wagons was seemingly quite hurried.
Okay. Well, undo.
Well, Ruby wakes up, I guess, and does her usual ritual.
Do you
Brushing
have
her
a
hair.
mirror? Or are you just like... Because I don't think you actually have a mirror, so I think you're just combing your hair.
Yeah, but you can do hairbrushing perfectly fine without a mirror.
Okay, right.
If it's just to get the rats out and stuff.
Fair enough. So she's at least looking not bedraggled.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and then she, well, probably notices that it's raining like crazy outside.
It is raining quite significantly outside, and the noise on the flat roof above you is like that horrible, hollow, echoey tin noise of rain.
Some people find that calming.
I do, actually.
Well, in which case, it's quite calming.
Oh, I mean me, no, I don't know about Ruby.
Well, Ian walks over and sits down next to Ruby, looking, observing her, just brushing her hair, and going, since we were talking about leaving, he says, still pained in his voice, the thought of leaving all the materials and stuff they built. Wouldn't it make much sense to ask if we could go along with the guys at the big, like, water trucks?
Well, what I understood of it, they seem to be rather urgent in wanting to leave. So,
Well, the thing is, if we're going to leave, if we could piggyback off their protection, that would probably be more smart than trying to go by ourselves.
yeah, but we don't even have a destination yet. We don't have any data about vaults.
Well, that's fine. Well, doesn't seem that we're gonna find any more here. We've been here for quite some time.
Yeah, that's why I want to see what those robots have on information about this area.
Well,
Wouldn't be a terrible idea to go about just knowledge seeking, but if you don't mind, I'm gonna be in here for a while while it's doing that. Went out the window. Isn't it raining?
Oh,
yeah.
it's raining. Yeah, like it's heavy drops of rain. You know it's raining out there.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking because when we last went out, we did fine. We met a bunch of weird people and stuff, but we also had someone who was like really cool at eating.
Huh?
We also had someone who's like really good at like navigating the wilderness and stuff and finding food on the way. So I'm just thinking it would be maybe better to see if we can, well, hitch a ride with them and find somewhere else, like some. Who knows? They might take all that water to a much bigger city that had a lot of more stuff that just don't have a river next to it.
Yeah, but um, do you think those vehicles will travel as slow as we walk?
No. Hopefully, we can find a way to maybe have Quinn get taken along. Like maybe we can have him. Maybe they can put him on a trailer or something like that. I'm just pondering if.
And our cart with all the stuff?
Yeah, well, again, we don't know how fast these things are going. Because I don't think there isn't much road left out there. So I don't know. I was just thinking.
I think it's not a good idea. We don't even have a destination.
Okay.
As much as I would love to get out there, Fallout Germany is a big place.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, like me personally, I don't want to leave this place. But Vulcan, you have talked about you wanted to get out and find more stuff, and you really want to
Yeah,
more
it
stuff.
is important, but rushing out when we have no knowledge is a bad idea.
What?
Rushing out when we have no knowledge is a bad idea.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Just
I do want to go, but that point at the rain will fuck us. That I point over there and you see like a rad dog just eating out of someone. That will fuck us. Okay.
Mhm.
I don't know. We need to should build our own town. Blackjack. Hookers.
I'm not turning my inn into a hooker joint.
Taking that
Hey,
as a note, let me just put that down. Turning the inn into
No.
a brothel. Oh wait, hold on. I've got that on my goals list.
It's goals list.
Hmm. Yeah, I see that on his goals list, right next to the drug farm.
So what does today bring for us?
Well, Ruby can't go outside, so she's probably just gonna tinker on the energy pistol site.
Oh, god damn, I can't remember. What was the invention we were trying to make?
Working on.
Yeah.
You were working on a chemistry kit in the cleaned out clean room and an induction coil.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to make an induction furnace.
Mm-hmm.
And so
I will
far,
assist if you're going to do that again.
neither have been forthcoming in ideas yet. Why is it so dark in here all of a sudden? Excuse me, I'm going to put my light on. suddenly got super duper fucking dark. And I was just like, oh, if they're going to do inventing shit, I need my books.
Oh,
Anyway, so yes, invent away. What we,
Well, Leon's gonna keep working on his induction furnace.
we're going to have a crack at that, are we? Right. Opening books, rolling magic dice, and seeing what comes out the backside.
I will assist. Also, didn't we get some intel from a
Uh,
technician?
I have
No?
actually got on my notes here that you have a +1 from helpful advice. So
Okay.
basically, I've reduced the complexity slightly because you've been given some actual advice on the matter. So with reduced complexity, let's see. Diddly-dee-dee-dee. Shaky, shaky dice. Right. You have a testable theory.
Hooray!
Okay.
Shaky, shaky, shaky dice. Uh-huh. You said you were going to be helping him, so that'll help.
Hang on. One of my traits is missing.
One of your traits is missing.
Yeah, I had curious as well.
You see, the game has been deleting things randomly, and I'd been wondering what was coming up with deletions. So clearly your card has gone AWOL. I shall summon it from a backup, but I shall have to do so once I've done this bit. Hang on. Testable theories. Mim, can you roll 1 dice?
Who?
You.
Hmm.
It's your...
Isn't it one die then?
Okay, 1 die. 1
Right.
cube of fate.
6.
Oof, okay. Okay, well, you have a testable theory,
Mm-hmm.
but as you begin working out the plans for this inductive coil, over the span of the morning, your brain just keeps working and working and working and working, and you look down and you realize that you've made just reams of notes about how it all needs to go together. And although this isn't part of the invention's role, I'm adding it because I think it's important. You realize that the idea you've had is going to take a monumental amount of time for you to refine. You can continue working on this as it appears to be a functioning concept, or you could try and keep thinking on it.
I have a question.
Hello?
Hi. Oh, Amber?
No, what's your question?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought. If you keep thinking on it, will the existing what was it, testable theory add to reducing the difficulty on the next attempt?
No, because you're trying to
Okay.
redefine the theory.
Right.
So effectively, he has an idea, and he thinks, heck, this might just work. but he's been sat there writing out notes and drawing little connective diagrams, and then he's come to realise that it's going to take a fuckload of work to get done. So and this isn't part of the actual rules for this, but I'm adding it because he's a fucking clever character, and I think he would realise that as he's going down this road,
Kind of feudal.
Yeah.
like, how much work does he want to put into it? And he would look down at his notes and think, shit, this is a lot of work. So I'm offering you, as a player, the option to, do you want to work on this, or do you want your character to have another go tomorrow and try and rethink the idea?
After feeling like completely shut down from his idea by his teammates, he will not do the rational thing, and he will just keep powering on what he has right now.
So you look down and think, you know what, this looks like it can work. I reckon I can do this. And regardless of the fact that you've drawn out a ridiculous, like your diagrams and notes are all over the fucking place, you're just like, yeah, it's going to be a lot of work. I think I can do this though. So he's just going to get into it.
Because he's right into that. I'll fucking show them those.
All right. No, if you take it, you take it, and I'll write it in.
I'll take it. Yeah. Oh yeah, Leon is
so
mildly annoyed, mildly hurt internally, and he's just like using.
So this is the electro. What's this called? I had a word for it just now. Induction coil.
Permit. Yeah, induction coil.
If Vulcan is going to work on his invention.
1 second, I just need to make some notes on the induction coil. I'll be with you momentarily. So, induction coil. Oh, I'll just make a bloody note and I'll come back to it. Right, okay. Sorry, what was the next question? Now I've made a note of that.
If Vulcan's going to work on his invention and Ruby notices that he's going to do that, she will help him as well.
You will have to take more time of your day, but it's raining, so I don't know if you're keen on doing anything outside.
That's fine.
So if you're just happy to sort of tootle away on projects inside, then you can just spend the day drifting between the two of these guys as they're going about their business. So is Vulcan going to be working on his kit again?
Yeah, trying to get a refinement kit, I guess.
Sadly, you do not have an idea.
Oh, I already knew.
Oh.
Yeah. The thing is, I'll tell you now, it's not even a terrible fucking chance. Like, it's just...
No, but I know from how GURPS, from how this works, that it doesn't matter. It's kind of shit.
So sadly, yeah, today you're still just pottering about, like moving the occasional beaker and like putting a, like put the end of the pipe in one beaker and then sort of hold the other end of it for like half an hour and like, I don't know, boil that, put this here. You're looking at it a little bit baffled. Right. I will work out what that means in the long run. So Leon is working on his coil. Cool. Any other plans for the day?
Um, is the rain gonna stop at any time today, or is it just gonna be raining the whole day?
Your QT suggests that the I don't know, the barometer or something suggests that the rain's going to be here throughout the day.
Yeah, then Ruby is just gonna work on inside projects.
Anything in
Oh,
particular
and
that needs attending?
the pistol sight,
Yeah, I mean you've already got that, so that's fine.
and she's gonna check on the trap that's set in the house somewhere to see if anything happened with it. Is there any traces of creatures walking by?
Sadly, there is nothing in the trap. The gun's still there, it's still loaded, it's still, like, waiting to spring, but nothing in the trap.
Okay.
Anyone else input for the day? Or are
No,
we
just kind of bummed.
just gonna burn March 18th off, are we?
Yeah, it's raining. Can't go get no food.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I got an idea. If possible, Ruby can still do invention for the day.
If you've got something you want to invent, yeah.
She wants to make a device that probably incorporates a few of the energy cells, the rechargeable ones.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be between
What the
the
hell?
way where our power comes in and whatever else we connect to it.
Oh,
To
what,
kind of try
making
to
a
stabilize the
capacitive
yeah,
thing?
like a little capacitor thing that kind of stabilizes the power a bit. So
Okay, I mean, yeah, that's an invention.
yeah, maybe yeah, so it can just catch like the low moments and then store the high moments, so you have a more evenly distributed power supply in the building.
Power capacitor. So electrical engineering. What's your skill in that?
14.
Cool. The complexity of this is going to be that much. The scale, so it exists, but you don't have a reference, so you can have that. You don't have an example.
Oh,
Um,
and probably incorporate a slot to put those industrial fuses in. So we have a fail-safe in case there's a short or
I
something in
like
the
the
whole
idea
building.
of using those fuses.
Yeah, because we got those, and then
I like that a lot.
the building won't burn down in case something happens.
Tech level is not above yours. Tech level
Probably
below
below.
yours? I think I can give it a tech level lower, because I think the idea is a simple level compared to your current tech level. So
Yeah, probably.
let's...
Also, if she's worked with Quinn, she would know about capacitors.
Yeah,
and stuff
so I'll knock off some tech level advantage. Have you got any appropriate tools to be working with?
I have an electrical engineering kit, I think. Quinn has that. I do.
If you want to take one use off of that, I'll tack it on here as a bonus.
Yeah?
If you want to.
Yep.
Cool, okay.
That's been used twice now.
And are you going to be seeking any help for this?
Yeah, I don't know if
I would help her if I could, but I don't think I can.
Leon, if he isn't busy.
Oh, Leon is doing his normal. I'm building something, but I am not too busy to not help people.
Alright,
Yeah,
okay.
then Ruby will walk over and ask him if
Where do you
he
put the blood in this?
Yeah, where do you stab it?
Yeah.
Right, let's have a look here.
What? You need some.
Oh, Vulcan's help.
Yeah, I have this idea to make it so we have more powerful or more stabilized power supply and
Okay,
a failsafe.
here we go then.
Yeah, the fuses would be good. I also thinking of if we could take some of our energy cells, hook it up so we can have like an emergency power bank.
Yeah, there'll be some cells incorporated, so it can
Yeah.
probably run off those for a little bit in case the thing dies.
Rich,
Oh.
will you have?
Okay. So you begin wondering about how to create this power capacitive interference network, and for some reason your mind is just blank. Like, you keep looking at it, you're like, I know how this works. Like, Quinn has a capacitor that runs his mainframe, so if I can just make that big, and it goes off, and you just start thinking more about Quinn than you do actually building the thing, and by the end of the day you're sat fiddling around inside Quinn just looking at your circuitry, doing nothing toward making a capacitor.
Sounds like Ruby has ADD. Okay, that's fine.
And Leon's just like, well, she was the one with the idea, so
Yep. Then if that doesn't work, she goes back to working on the pistol.
Yeah.
Okay, Rich, do you have a moment?
I have all the moments.
Could you please come over to Chikes' old position?
Boopity 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 boop.
Also, first of all, have a look at this right here. Okay, I can't ping it. So I wrote a text underneath this because apparently this is a ghost of Frosty's character sheet.
What? Okay,
can't see
something
it.
freaky is definitely
it's
going
over here?
on.
Yeah, something like if I picked it, okay, that's
I cannot see what you can see, but something weird is definitely going on.
okay. I'll turn on I'll stream what I'm doing. You can.
Oh
you can
yeah,
definitely
here
see it.
too.
Yeah.
I see it. Oh, now it disappeared. If you zoom in, it disappears.
Oh yeah, no, I can see it. There's like a weird ghosting.
Yeah. So
It's
I
here
can
too.
write a bit on it. I can also move it around with. Also, see, Rich, and it's on the middle of the screen.
Yeah, I can see it.
I love you, GM man.
Here.
Oh, I don't know what to do in that, my buddy.
Well, I just noticed, like, what was these numbers next to this combat helmet? I just wanted to see if it was ruined or not. And I just saw all these numbers. And I was just like, what the hell is all these?
That is freaky deaky.
Yeah, there were
I
some
got that.
folklore and some.
Which is weird, because the that token, the armor token, they were all imported separately from all the character sheet stuff. It's got nothing to do with character sheets.
Well, you've copied off Frosty's sheet at some point.
I swear, it's a completely new token. It had nothing to do with the character sheets. So whatever happened is tabletop being... If it helps, I had a problem earlier when I logged in. Like, all my stuff in my GM area was invisible. So something weird is going on.
Yeah.
I think
There's
I may
more.
have to rebuild this entire
Oof.
design.
That sounds like a lot of work.
And I'm truly wondering if it's the maps that are having a problem, because they have Fog of War is somehow incredibly bad for this system. And the fact I've got two things with Fog of War on them, I think I'm probably pushing my luck.
I found the Fog of War thing to be a bit finicky as well.
It's terribad.
Honestly, the best ones are the bubbles.
Yeah.
But it's so tedious if you want to do a Fog of War system for that. Little square here, little square there.
Yeah.
Bad time.
Yeah. I will rebuild the entire table from Go then, because it appears we've got some major flaws that are popping up. And I can probably get rid of some old chuff as well at the same time. Alright, but that's a midweek project. That's not a now project.
Well, it's Wednesday. It's about as midweek as you can get.
Okay, it's midweek away from the game. It's it's not a thing that we need to worry about right in the midst of our game. But thank you for bringing it to my attention. I shall try to remedy it somehow. ? me just try something here. Ah, I found something. Hang on.
Oh.
Yes, I have found something. Can I... Hang on. This is going to require some ninja skill. There, that. Can I... damn. Okay, there's some lost objects. I don't know how to get to them.
Oh. Where?
So, particularly the one that you pointed out at the center of the table.
Hmm?
There's in game there's a system whereby if you hold the Alt key, you can drag select and it will select locked objects. And by drag selecting for locked objects, I can actually get that
They're all the food. I think.
the food's fine.
Well, if I mouse over it, it says the food over this text over here. And
Oh,
here,
really?
apparently.
Oh, well, that shouldn't do a thing. Let me just... No, I think that was just me being lazy when I made the wood counter. No worries, I will try and remedy it. But back to the game. So, March 18th, people doing a lot of pottering around inside the thing. We've had 2 failed inventions. Do you want to do anything else, or are we just going to let the day
Yeah,
rain itself away?
Yeah, I'm guessing.
More inventions.
More inventions. All the inventions.
I don't know what Vulcan's been doing for the rest of the day.
The invention has taken up most of my time.
In
He
fairness,
can't really do much. It's
yeah,
raining.
I was
He's
going to
old.
say, it's raining, so...
It's fucking cold. Like, I do have... Wait a minute. Hold on. I have ungodly levels of rad resist right now.
You do.
All right. Theoretically, how well would Vulcan do outside with the resistance that he has?
So, you've got environmental armor.
Ooh,
With
does the
plus
thing.
5 resist. That's about as good as you can get before you become a fucking robot.
Really?
So,
Wow.
I was just kind of looking at this armor and it keeps saying really good against radiation. Is it like a full helmet, everything?
It comes with a pull-up over hood thing that you can... Yeah.
To keep me from getting all wet.
For intents and purposes, it's a full, like, coverall.
Ah. But it's also cold.
During the morning, it's notably cold, but it does warm up. So once it's got past, sort of coming up to lunchtime, you do notice that the ambient temperature is much more friendly.
Ah. Does anyone else have any rad resist?
Quinn?
Make Quinn listen to me.
I guess?
Because maybe I could have Quinn go get us some food.
You want to go out hunting?
Kinda. But if I go by myself, something's going to give me a wind blow and I'll fall over.
It's very, very risky for you to do that, though. Because, yeah, Quinn's pretty strong, but he usually has me to assist as well.
Yeah, he wouldn't have any help. It would just be chainsaw, chainsaw. It's probably a bad idea, but I do have the gear to actually withstand radiation.
Yeah.
But if I don't have any protection, it's probably not a great idea. Could literally, we need more of these. How much do these cost? Environmental armors. How much do we pay for this?
Ooh, a bunch of water.
I think that's part of a trade deal.
We need to get 2 more of these.
That could be difficult. 'Cause
We still have to try. If we had these, though, we could walk around outside while it was raining and not give a fuck.
Yeah,
Or at least
that's
be
true.
best off as we could possibly be.
the one you have there is like the first one I've ever seen that
Yeah,
I was
but
able to.
we don't really communicate with traders that often, though.
Well,
Well,
whenever
whenever we come onto one, I always try to talk to them and see what they have.
Yeah, but we don't often go there because it's more tedious for us to get in there. It costs money, and then we have to pay
Yeah.
for the goods and all that shit.
Well, we'll see about acquiring more of them. Maybe we could send Leon into town and then see if there's any. Send him with the radio so he can check to see if there's traders. And then if so, he can radio back and then we'll go as well.
Well,
Not
yeah,
today, obviously, but you know.
yeah. Would be nice if we had that. Yeah. Leon says while looking up from trying to make room to build a transistor out of between all of his notes. With Is it a good cookie, Rich?
Sorry?
Is it a good cookie?
It's crisps.
Crisps. Okay.
Good guess, but no.
Okay.
Had we yet discussed about items to build your induction core from? Because I think we talked about some wires and shit, haven't we?
Yeah, we talked about using wires and I can't remember the guy. I think most of it we stole off the big pile. Let's see. Did I have anything?
Did we take all that away already? Because I know we discussed it.
I think. Yeah, I think we did that because that's usually what we do. Is just like
Yeah,
when
what
we're
you,
trying to
yeah, what
build
you're going to
something.
make out? Yeah. In which
Yeah,
case,
exactly.
yeah, I just didn't know if we, because I remember discussing it. I didn't know, but I'm pretty sure it's been taken off.
Yeah. I'm guessing we will just keep day going until it's dry. Wonder if we will have any customers because people want to get out of the rain. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Sadly, I've already checked for that, and there are no customers today.
Bollocks. No extra side money coming in. Pretty sure that's probably going to be loud.
Sorry, I just got an email.
Guessing we'll just let the day take over.
Yeah, if you want to burn it off, I'm happy. As you all work away on various little projects.
Yeah.
In which case, March 19th.
Oh, I have to do my things now.
Yep. And we need food and wood.
Oh
Right.
yeah. So
Great.
wood.
My dice roll has been busted again. Dang it. Feeling
Goes
froggy.
7.
Well, that was a. Well, I passed that one. That's the endurance one. And
Wow.
someone's not having nightmares. Like, holy fuck.
In which case, you do not need to roll for that check again on the following day. Critical pass, I'm going to give you a bonus.
Wow.
Oh! I think Leon tired his mind out with all the invention induction furnace thing.
Give yourself a little note that you don't have to roll that one tomorrow, just in case we forget.
Alright.
Today, no rain.
Yay! It's
With-
very un-European.
Okay.
With very boring temperatures for the, so we're back to average 10, you know, around there.
It was kind of warm.
It will be mostly warm throughout most of the day, so... And no rain.
We should go out and try to find some food.
Yeah.
I think that would be very good.
And
I think we also have to get some more wood because we seem to be running low on that too.
We could make the morning of Quinn go in and getting us just, I believe it was a biblical amount of wood.
It has lasted best part of 5 months, but because
Yeah, so let's do that again.
you added a secondary source of wood burning since it was brought in.
A way to cook and now still. So maybe we should do that. How much to level up agility?
I forgot what I said. Ugh.
I couldn't remember. Is that
Because
Dex?
it's the high stat.
Which would mean it would be 12 or 20?
I'm having a look now.
Yeah.
Because I can never remember. Agility
neither.
is effectively dexterity, so it's 20.
Yeah, so not a. What about strength?
That's 10.
Feeling weak, old man.
No, in fact, I'm going to vomit 10 of these karma points into my strength and wake up a bit more buff, a bit more Master Roshi.
So you're putting out 10 points to strength.
Yep.
Okie dokie.
I don't think that actually benefits me in any way.
It does. It gives you more carry capacity. Wait.
Yeah, your carry capacity is actually going to go up.
So that's a weird visual bug.
Wow, he has 190 strength now.
Oh
Holy
man, I don't know what's going on with this freaking game, man. Carry capacity's gone to 20.
Wow.
Holy fuck.
It's quite a boon.
That's quite a boon, yeah.
Rich?
Hello.
On my screen, I see Amelia. I see Ruby's character sheet over here.
Oh man.
Over where?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, is that my character sheet? I made a screenshot of this text over here a while ago.
Yeah, this is
Oh, you did?
computer hacking, programming.
Everything's down multiple times, it looks like. I just tried to make an adjustment on part of my text for my sheet, and it's garbled.
Hang on. Don't touch anything for the moment.
Oh.
Yeah.
No touchy.
There's only one sheet.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
I have no idea what's causing all of this glitching. Unless they've done some kind of update or something and it's just...
It's weird.
I'm guessing strength also upgrades your unarmed.
Probably unarmed, melee, whatever else is there.
I'm just checking that now. Sadly, you don't get any such bonus. But your hit points do go up by 1.
From strength?
Yep.
I thought that was endurance.
For whatever reason, I've added +1 to the GURPS stat on his sheet, and it's given him an extra hit point, so...
Cool.
Ask not what the sheet giveth.
Unless it's a bug.
Let me just have a look. So...
Looks like the sheets are messing.
Yeah, I like I say, mate, I truly don't understand what's going on
Yeah.
right now. None of what's happening in the TTS makes sense to me.
Oh, I'm quite sad because Leon's stuff is not being duplicated anywhere. It's only the other person's.
As is the way. So yeah, I'll wake up and feel a little.
You've
Yeah.
been doing some push-ups in your sleep.
Yep. I've been doing my Kegels because now I'm just an average strength. This is like regular human.
Just a normal person's strength.
So, huzzah!
Say, Wolfen, are you filling out that armor a bit better now? What's going on with
Yeah, my nuts are sagging a little more, but it's all right.
you? Okay.
Yes.
As a player,
So
I feel insulted by the use of nuts in plural.
let's go get some
The
wood.
amount of nuts they have.
Yeah, maybe I have 6. I've been alive a long time.
I mean, before the radiation therapy that you had, maybe.
It's gonna be anywhere
Let's go get some wood.
0 and whatever the radiation has.
And more environmental armors.
So what's the plan?
Wood, food, environmental armor.
How cold is it in the early morning?
It's better.
The early morning, let me just get a 1 second. I will tell you exactly, because why not? I don't think it's going to be a problem, basically.
Okay.
Oh, good, I can't spell. Excellent. So, following trend in the morning, you're looking at somewhere around if you're going out first thing, it's going to be a bit peaky. Like, very first thing in the morning. It's a bit frosty outside. Like, you can tell the rain, like, you can see the wet has left a chilled ground behind.
Will that be for long, or is that just for a moment?
Well, your QT seems to indicate that the day's temperature is only going to rise, so you think in your, you know, in world character that it's probably going to pass pretty quickly.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess we can go and get some wood. And we should probably also see if we can forage for some food while we're at it.
So you're going out first thing then?
Yeah,
Yeah, that is well.
Ruby will make sure she has crossbow bolts.
Oh yeah. reloading the bow, which doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Let's go.
Okie
Think
dokie.
everyone's coming?
Yeah.
Vulcan,
Yeah.
you too?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. In which
So-
case, can everyone make an endurance check?
Yeah.
Just to be sure, we're going out to get wood, right?
I got problem.
Don't be a problem.
My
It's
knife
actually
go
ruler
over.
no worky.
Yeah.
Huh.
That was why I
Something,
was-
I think the table might be busted.
something is fucky.
Mine works. Roll mine.
Alright.
Yeah, I used this.
Not for me. Oh,
And yet I can
Yeah.
roll yours. Something is fucky.
hang on,
But-
let me try again.
No, you literally. I'm watching. You cannot click it, and yet I can just. Boop.
Something with permissions? Maybe I should reconnect. Hang on.
No, it's not you, Amelia. So, like I said, even before you joined, something was odd. Because when I loaded the game, something was weird.
What about this one? Oh, this one
Okay,
works.
well I'll take that. Whatever that is, I'll take it.
That's over
How
by
much?
3.
Over by 2.
Over by 3, over by 2. And Leon, have you managed to roll any dice?
I'll give it a shot. Can't roll my own. Let's see if I can roll Jax's.
Try mine.
Yeah, I can Jax's.
Oh, there we go.
Whoa! It disappeared.
So they ate it. It threw it and then it ate it.
It just does that sometimes.
There we go.
Okay.
Endurance
Endurance.
Yep.
on the dot.
Well, the good news is, now that we've managed to roll some dice, none of you are suffering. It's only a little bit cold, so none of you are suffering from the mild chill that is presented outside.
Alright. So, we're taking Quinn in the carts. And we're probably gonna go just across the river into the forests. Like right here, I guess.
So, going across to... Okay, yep. That's fine. Cool.
I'm guessing Vulcan comes along with. Wait.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Something really bad. Me, like the table has eaten me and Amelia's characters.
What's going on?
Sure. Okay,
What
well,
the fuck is going on?
I found me and Gwen, but Ruby has been eaten.
I'm just deleting some unnecessary shit. I'm cleaning out some... Oh, do you want to know what it is? I bet it when
What?
this model got stuck a few sessions ago, and I've never been
yeah.
able to unstick it. I'm wondering if it's causing some kind of bad juju. Okay. Yeah, I'll reinvent the
Hang on.
table.
You have any needles? Maybe it's a voodoo.
Yeah, don't worry.
model.
I'll just redo the table. Clearly, something is very bad.
Oh, but you also have an invisible bounding box on the bottom of the floor.
Yeah, I do. That's where I keep my invisible bounding boxes.
Okay, fair enough.
If you must know, there are actually like 4 containers down there that I keep stuff in.
Ah. Well, I'm looking around to see if I can see Ruby's model poking up somewhere. Oh well, I'm just gonna grab it off the house.
There's a ruby here.
Where?
Is that one?
Can't see.
No, there's
Can
nothing
hear,
there.
but can't see.
Really? It's literally disappeared. Oh my god.
Whatever that is, I can't see either.
Okay,
Well, I'm taking the ruby from the house. We are all here.
There you go. I've deleted some extraneous rubies.
So long, Ruby.
Yeah, so long. Right. So you wander out in the early morning. The air is fresh about you. Can Vulcan give me a perception check? Just because reasons.
Hun, you gotta do a perception check.
I'm sorry, I had to pee.
Oh, didn't realise he'd left to do bio break.
He's already back.
No. Ah. Nice. There we go.
Oh, mine works.
So, how much is that under your perception?
On.
On? Okay. Just the quiet of a pleasant morning. Nothing to notice. Cool. Right. So, you wander off out to the trees.
Yep.
I mean, I guess everyone is kind of invested in this little journey in some meaningful way, are they?
Well, yeah, if we're out gathering wood, yeah, Leon's definitely gonna be doing some heavy listing.
So can I have
Yeah.
outdoorsmen and or anything appropriate to finding good wood?
Well, scrap
Yeah.
salvage is about finding raw materials. What is it about?
Also, you're gonna use Quinn to just probably cut down whole trees that are dead and use a chainsaw. Can I use scrounging in
Your
the
dice roller sucks.
I'm sorry the dice rollers are being gypped today.
No, like Amelia's specifically. 11, 14, what is this shit?
Like, if you want some raw dice, here are some raw dice to roll. I'll throw those out.
Alright.
I got an 11 off of, that's, I'm guessing farm. Would this be pharmacy? No.
No, this is not
No.
pharmacy herb.
Farming?
I will allow
That's
you
it.
to have your farming bonus.
Yeah, I think, okay, so, 2 under.
Okay, cool.
Can I use scrounging or is it outdoors?
Outdoors.
It would be outdoorsman rather than scrounging.
Damn it, this one doesn't work.
Just, keep rotating between them.
Well, Rich, didn't we say that
2 over.
the scrap salvage was for finding raw materials? Wouldn't this count as a raw material?
It's for the act of finding a raw material that is instantly usable. At the moment, you're looking for a source of material.
Okay. Well, then I will roll my outdoorsman using Jake's very handy one. Which is nope.
So, we've got Mr. Farmer, who is 2 under. Which means you find, it's a little bit sparse, but you found a section of trees which doesn't look atrocious for the choppings.
Okay.
I know the roll wasn't great, but we're literally by a forest.
Yeah, but you're looking for wood that you can chop down that's going to be burnable, and yeah, it's been raining, and it's an irradiated forest.
It was raining.
So not
That is a
everything
good
is
point.
healthy as it perhaps otherwise would be, what with all the radiation. But you have managed to find a somewhat, you know, a little thicket of trees that looks appropriate.
Mhm.
So, for Mr. Roboty Man, I presume you instruct him to begin the thing.
Yep.
Can you do his, give me an attack roll for his chainsaw, because he's going to be chainsawing away.
I think that's 1 over.
Alright, well, he messes up a few times. Perhaps accidentally splinters a few trees, where otherwise would have been better to cut them down. But the end of your foray, as it were, you will get... so you were 1 over, but you had 2 under on finding it. I will give you a benefit rather than a negative. Right. Dice. Dice, 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 dice. That one. That one. I don't know how this works out because you're tracking wood in weeks, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
Or
No,
days?
no, in days.
In days.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so weeks worth. Over the course of your forestry, you are going to get 18 weeks worth. Plus, I'll give you the bonus because I did say I'd give you a bonus. So, thanks to Mr. Forestry Man, that will come out as 20 weeks worth. Whatever that translates
So-
to in days.
140 days, is that correct?
Um,
So it'll have 153 wood.
Well, put it in the thing.
yeah, that's how much wood you're managing to collect. But something's going to happen halfway through your choppery.
Oh no.
That should be funny. Yes, let's approach this thing with a chainsaw that's chopping trees down. If it's a person.
I just need...
It might be bacon.
It might be bacon. You do tend to get a lot of
might
bacon.
Be bacon? Well, but the pigs, wild pig. I mean, Amelia's sister and dad go hunting for pigs in Germany. It stands to reason they would be quite plentiful over there.
I just need to get
Especially,
back to...
without all the people.
Yeah,
And
but
the rat tusks.
actual wild pigs will flee from
Huh?
you.
I thought they'll fuck you up.
Only if they have little ones.
Like pigs are nasty.
I mean, a pig will eat you given chance, but...
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
That is true. Pigs will eat everything.
For some reason, my randomator has lost the thing. I'm just trying to find it.
Do you like frosting?
Screw it. Let's do it the old-fashioned way. Bad guys. Where are the bad guys at? Bad guys. Here we go. There they are. How much do they arrive in? What's their group size? So I'll just roll some dice. Their group size 11. Okie dokie. So, with the chainsaw going and the cracking and tumbling of trees and wood, unfortunately, I'm not going to give you a huge amount of benefit to hearing these things coming.
Can't imagine we'd hear any of it.
Yeah, yeah, and all the rest of it.
Even with my godly perception.
In fact, let's have a look at the difficulty modifier, see if this doesn't have the right parts. No.
Doesn't have the right parts.
Yeah, it's probably quite difficult to hear this. So, they're going to get a little bit of advantage to be near you, but I need to find out what they're about. So if you'll excuse me, I'm going to quickly generate some random hidden stuff. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Interesting. Hidden stuff has been generated.
Trouble.
Okie doke. So, can Ruby make a luck roll?
No?
Okie dokie.
3 over.
Oh,
My roller worked again.
Yeah, your roller worked, but it didn't.
I'm shocked.
It
When I-
didn't help.
When I have to roll luck, it works, because then it gets to laugh at me.
Ah, is that why? It's just choosing to.
Hey, quick GM note. Torgau.
Yeah, that's just a GM note. Torgau.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Let's have a look at these. All right. Can everyone roll perception for me then? Because I need to know how this interaction is going to happen.
Yeah, see, now it doesn't work anymore. Oh, there it goes. Hang on. Oh, I'm 1 under with my perception.
Come on, Jake.
The first click didn't work.
And I am. Damn it, I am 1 over. God damn it.
I am 5 under.
You're
I
5
am
under.
God.
So you're the closest then. So the sound of the chainsaw is echoing through the nearby woodlands in the distant panicked croaks of the frogbirds.
Hang on. That's an electric chainsaw.
It is. But I'm assuming that whilst it goes through wood, it still goes
Yes.
and makes a heck of a noise.
It will, but there will also be time in between where it's just a chain running or it's completely disabled.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that it would be a constant, it's not going to have like rah, 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 like revving going on, but it's going to be a noise that's overriding a lot of background activity.
Be curious how much noise an electric chainsaw makes.
I'm sure such a thing is probably on YouTube somewhere.
Exactly.
I'm gonna
Fucking YouTube. Ah.
let's find electric chainsaw.
Yep.
And turn that off.
Well.
Oh, it still makes a racket.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's still noisy. It's worrying to think that that kind of thing's on a robot's arm. Anyway. So, yeah, in between the noise of the chainsaw and the cracking and crunching of the trees and all that kind of nonsense, Vulcan, you are unnecessarily aware of your surroundings by your role. And I do have something on my super secret character generator which goes in your favor. You hear someone yelling. So you've got the noise of the chainsaw, but then you can hear that someone's yelling out something. And obviously with the noise that's going on, it's a little bit indecisive. You can't pick it out, but it's there. It's definitely a voice, and you can hear it.
Or, well, I guess this would be, as I slap Well, the closest one to me, both of them. We've got company.
Okay.
What?
We've got
I just imagine you
company.
waving your arms around, just like.
Do I hear this?
I'm right by your ear.
Yeah, so I
Okay,
mean,
so-
with him being
Old
quite.
man,
Yeah,
hot
yeah.
breath,
Well,
right in
This
there.
is gonna be like, Quinn, stop.
I hear some.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I hear some screaming. It's over there.
Who else? So you rolled, Amelia. You rolled under, didn't you?
Yeah, 1, I think, or on it. No, 1. The 10.
1 under. Let me just take a dice roll against that, I guess. Okay, so yeah, with as the sound disappears and all that you can hear is the far off growling of wild boar, you suddenly now can pick out the sound that Vulcan can hear, and it's it's a female voice yelling boisterously.
I have voice. What? Voice?
You can't quite pick out what's being yelled.
So
Does it
now it's
sound like
quiet.
help needing? Or like, oh, die, motherfucker?
If you're going to place it in either of those camps, the latter.
Ah,
Wait,
So
the
now-
die,
now it's
motherfucker.
quiet.
but I didn't understand what was being said.
It's not quiet. It's just not easy to pick out. So the sound sort of is trapped within the surrounding woodlands, and you can just pick it out. But it's a voice yelling.
Well, then Ruby's just gonna yell back, "Hello, someone there?"
Let's have a look here. The voice yells out something. Vulcan, you can just pick out something along the lines of like over there, over there, over there. But in a female voice rather than my gruff.
Okay. Maybe we should kill them from over here.
Right, I'm gonna go find cover and send Quinn to be in between us and where I hear the noise coming from.
So you're
What?
positioning Quinn in between. Yep.
Smart.
The first. You were how much under was it? Vulcan 5 or 4? I can't remember now.
5.
Okay, so you hear a beep in the distance that sort of echoes and is drowned into the forest behind. But it's definitely a beep. And then the voice says, "Wait for me, wait for me," and then it's getting closer.
Okay. Leon ducks behind some kind of cover, readying his bow, just thinking, "Oh boy, don't wanna die."
Okay, so you are you all looking toward the sound of this voice?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If you are, you will now see moving probably, I'm going to say, like no more than like 120 yards away, but closing toward you. Two what appear to be humanoid shapes, potentially people. And the light from, as it sort of dapples through the trees, plays a little bit of tricks on your eyes, and you're not quite sure if you're counting 1, 2, or 3 people. As they sort of move around in between the sparse undergrowth.
I'm gonna send Quinn a bit towards them, and then I'm gonna use his loudspeaker, and I'm gonna repeat, like, "Hello, who's there?" But then, so he amplifies
through
it.
through the amplification of his speaker.
Yes.
Dice roll time.
Dicey roll time.
10. 11. Okay. I need to look at some firearms tables. A laser blast comes out of the forests. It goes hella wide, like it just zaps into a tree.
And was aimed at Quinn?
Well, you can't even tell where it was aimed, how badly it came out. It's a laser bolt came out of the forest from where these shadowy figures are, and it aimed towards you in the broadest sense.
Well, we can't see if it came from them.
Your only assumption is that it has.
I'm going to use the speaker again, and please stop firing or we will shoot back.
Okay. Does that count as, what does that count as? A threat?
Persuasion?
More of a negotiation.
A negotiation,
attempt,
okay. You hear a voice, and then another voice just goes, "Ah, bite it, you buggers!" Which is met with more laser fire.
All right.
Hang on a sec. Let me resolve whatever this is doing.
I think we need to fuck off.
Hang on. Diddy.
I don't know if we'll be able to fuck off.
So yeah, just this time instead of a single laser blast, it's a sudden burst of laser, and it doesn't actually hit anywhere near any of you, but several trees in the area are now singed with laser pockmarks.
All right. I'm gonna have Quinn see if he can target one of them, and then unload a blast of his own laser fire to counter suppress, I guess.
Okay.
A full rate of fire blast of Quinn's laser in their direction.
They do currently count as hidden targets, so they are obscured. But you can certainly fire in their direction and hope. I'm not stopping you doing that. So what's his lasery goodness?
He just has
11?
a pistol. Yeah, I think it's 11.
It's 11 because he's got a tire. Yeah. Let me just work it out, and then we can go through and see what happens. So. Okie dokie, roll your dice.
That's
unfortunately, he fires into the shadows ahead, and you can see laser bolts just flying off, zap, 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 and bits of tree get evaporated, and some of it just pops into the mud. It's just a sporadic fire that doesn't manage to get anything, and you don't hear any yelps of pain. That's for sure.
All right. Well, when that stops, I'm gonna order him to get cover or bunker down.
Which would be your preferred? Do you want him to get behind some trees or something, or?
Yeah, get to a tree so he can use that as partial cover, and
Okay.
then I guess brace or whatever, so he's more durable.
Yeah, so he's
See
gonna
what happens.
go for incoming fire.
Because we're all behind cover as well, a bit further back.
Right.
Aren't there just trees everywhere, or is this?
Probably.
It's Let me try and give you a visual cue of how dense this is, so you can get some kind of idea. That's too thick. Seriously,
Yeah, that's what she said.
you try and find a fucking image on Google search, and it's just like, we're gonna find a tree. Can't find the trees for the forest, literally.
Yeah.
Because yes, it would be nice if you can have some references to what you're encountering at the moment. None of these are appropriate. I mean, that's the closest I can find. Let me just save this to the Discord, and you can view it with your own eyes. I'll put it in chat for now. Or I would if I could find it. Oh, right, yeah. So, if you can imagine that kind of scene, but less lush.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So, like, it's quite gappy, but there are trees, and yeah.
What are you saying, that the entire ground is not covered in lavender?
Yeah, like, no, it's nowhere near as lush as that where you are.
Oh man.
So we're gonna have to do out some speed stuff now, because it's gotten to time where things need to happen in sort of organization. So, who has what kind of speed? Let's work it out.
8.
Hang on, I've got a
12.
8, 12.
Win has 6.
What about Leon? What's your base speed?
My base speed is 11.
11. Okie doke. Right. Let me just work out the bad guys, and then we can do a thing. Speedy, 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 speed. Speedy, speedy. Oh, crikey. Speed? Anyone have speed? Right.
Phew.
Cushion tight.
Thank you.
Just you know, do it again. It's all that lavender, isn't it? Okay.
Alrighty.
So, you hear in the distance after the Quinn has loosed his laser fire. Someone laughs with sort of almost a sort of amazement and ridicule, and Vulcan. And this is going to be important because this is decision-making detail I'm giving you. You hear a very faint, and it's out of place because Quinn's chainsaw isn't making any noise at the moment, but you hear a very faint mechanical whir. And almost exactly at the same time you hear that, the entire forest ahead of you just turns into an absolute shit show of lasers.
We need to get out.
Wait, is that coming towards us?
Coming towards you.
Fuck.
Now.
Let me just work out this attack and then you can make a decision. So... oh Christ almighty. What is Quinn's armor class? This may be important.
18.
18. I think Quinn's gonna get shot. I'm just working out. Because he's got cover, because you said he was hiding behind a tree.
That is true.
So I'll count that. They haven't rolled a crit. So he's actually going to get hit.
Oh.
Even with the cover. Hang on, it's 18. God damn it. I've got too many modifiers. So I'm giving him 2 bonus because of the trees. So that means he's got an AC of 20 at the moment. Effectively.
Huh?
But the weapon firing at you has +7 on its attack roll. It's at range. So that means it's only going to have +4. No, it's going to hit his armor.
Okay.
After all, so this massive barrage of laser fire streams through the forest. It cuts down several small saplings, and it blows a chunk of the tree away from in front of Quinn, and impacts on his armor. Woo!
Okay.
So it's going to hit him in the right arm. So if you can take 1 point of armor away from his right arm.
Yep.
As his armor suddenly, a few laser blasts turn chunks of his armor into slag, and it begins to trickle down him a little bit. But thankfully, that's the only damage he takes. There's that big chunky armor coming into play again.
Fuck.
And this was an
Alright.
absolute hail of laser fire. And Vulcan, because laser fire itself doesn't make a lot of noise, it's just like the impacts of sizzling and popping that it makes any kind of impressive noise, you can still hear that mechanical whir and someone's just laughing like a maniac.
Oh, someone's having a lot of fun. This isn't gonna go well. We need to get back towards bad.
Yeah, we have to flee.
Like, there's no other option. Drop everything.
Sadly, it's still their turn.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that was just
They
the
just
first
went.
guy. No, that was just the first guy.
Oh,
What's this guy gonna be up to? He is going to... Alright, so, this... Vulcan, you can have this information, because you'll be aware. In the distance, you see, one of the figures appears to be dashing a bit closer. Sort of dodging between trees, whilst this other guy's unleashing merry hell behind him. And that was the end of their turn. So, in no particular order, it's going to be Ruby, then Leon, to make up the decisions of what's happening.
Well, Ruby's just gonna yell out, "Let's flee! This is ridiculous!"
Oh yeah, and that was just a barrage, to open up with. So you're just going to make a book for it, are you?
I'm gonna order Quinn to flee, and I'm gonna flee myself as well.
Can you give me an agility check then, as you're going to have to do so between trees and over little bits of detritus?
Yep. Uh, 3 under.
Cool, and for Quinn as well, being as you're ordering him to about face.
Oh, what? He might make it.
Really?
Yeah, he's 3 under as well.
Nice! So Quinn's just like, ah! Turns around.
Stomp, 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 stomp. All solid ground for some reason.
Yeah, just like, he's out of there. Well, Leon, it comes to you. You see Ruby turn tail and start hopping away back through the woods. Yelling.
After I yelled that we have to flee.
Well, Leon looks over at Vulcan and just is he in any position to get somewhere on his own?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm guessing Vulcan's there with us, so I'm just wondering, like, if he.
well, Vulcan going back, but he gonna run.
Okay, well, can I do a run and gun with my Scorpion?
So you want to sort of be running backward with and taking some lucky shots. You can
Yeah.
try. I mean, I'll allow it. I will ask you to do an agility check with a bit of penalty.
Okay, well, I'll do an agility check. Oh, yeah, that's right.
To
Rolling,
safely
nice,
make way through the forest.
Ooh, nope, not even close.
How bad?
6 over.
Okay. You can still take your pot shots backward.
Yeah. Well, first, is any of my teammates behind me?
Quinn's probably
Behind
still
you.
behind you.
I mean, yeah. Quinn was ordered to go forward, so he was in between of the group, so he's making his way back from that position.
Making his way back down. Shoot. I'll fix him later. And Leon takes a few pucks up behind just to see if I can scare them off. Not trying to kill them, just trying to scare them off.
So you're not aiming for kill shots. You're just blasting into the woodlands.
Yeah, towards wherever the lasers were coming from. Like.
All right. I mean, if you just want to do a burst of fire in their direction, you don't have to roll for it. Just take some ammo off, and it may give them reason to double think.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, taking some fire off. Because that's a good thing about this little thing is like I can still have my normal hunting bow, and then just using my scorpion just to like.
Okay, so you unleash a hail of 9mm back into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
The laughter stops and is met instead with a yell of exclamation. There's a faster Forkins! Like, they seem angry.
Well, they thought they were gonna have an easy payday. Yeah.
As you run, you stumble over a root stem or something, and you find yourself tumbling down to the floor. For some clarity of situation, let's is this the group? I'm just going to steal this group of peeps. So this is going to be our little fakey world of pain. With a few trees, blah blah blah, around, whatever, imagine trees. Quinn is the most exposed because he was ahead of you guys, but he is now heading back. Vulcan, what was your position when this all kicked off? You can help dictate some of the instance.
Well, I would have been sticking close to the group, trying to get them to move back towards bad. So wherever that would put me in that.
All right, well, put you rough. I mean, Ruby's literally just turned around, so she's like, "Oh, fuck this." Bad, by the way, is your escape route. I'm gonna put is this way. So and Leon, you've literally just taken a tumble. So just to give you guys a little bit of representation of what's going on in the world. Then something happens. Which so your inclination at the moment, Vulcan? Are you now on the yeet out? Or
oh yeah.
So you're like, bye-bye. Okay, so something happens behind you that you're unaware of then.
Well, the thing is I would have seen this hail of fucking lasers coming.
Oh yeah, like
that's
yeah, it's just like, oh no.
High or not, like that's not cool, yo.
Yeah. Okay.
Run, kids, run.
Run, kiddies. So do you want to make your escape now? Because if so, it will be an agility check to make your way over the mounds and fallen logs and whatever else.
All right, give me 3 dice.
There's 3 dice somewhere on the table somewhere.
8.
Nice.
Off of my speed? So that's
on your agility.
Oh, that's on my agility.
That's good. So yeah, you kick a few dead twigs and things along the way. You're not lifting your feet quite as agile as the other members of your party, and Leon's currently cartwheeling his way behind you. But you're upright and running. Well, going quickly for an old man. So, all of you guys are actually in good stead. It's just Leon that's tumbled.
Well, yeah.
I'm going to quickly see what the bad guys are doing. Let's have a look here. What's everyone's move speed? It might be important for this.
8.
Mine's 3 because I have encumbrance.
Wait, move?
Yeah,
That's
move.
4.
Is that are
And-
you encumbered or are you?
By 2. I don't know if I'm
Yeah.
still by 2 since my carry weight went up, but
Probably not.
probably still.
I don't know. How much is your total carry weight? Do we know that much?
I don't see it on. It's 20. It's my total carry weight. Oh, my total that I'm carrying 44.
44. So you're only gonna be 1 then. Okay. Let me just check some movement of the. Oh,
Wait,
okay.
that's an encumbrance of 1?
I believe so.
Fucking finally.
On your new strength, I believe that's going to be 1. I'll double check, but I need to check this guy because he's going to run after you. You hear the clatter of something heavy and lots of swearing in the distance. Okie dokie. And the other guy... Oh, the other guy doesn't even want to, so screw him, right? Yeah, he's jogging along happily. Okay. Right, so, new round then. You hear an increased amount of swearing in the distance.
Someone seems agitated back there, I say as I'm running.
Followed by a few sporadic zaps of laser fire, which I will now... so Quinn is no longer defended by the trees because he's moved
yeah,
away.
He's fleeing.
But his armor class is still 18. And he's at range. Yeah, so a few sporadic laser blasts go off, a few near Quinn's feet, but nothing that would be troubling.
Okay.
And that's that guy done. Ruby, are you continuing your yeetables?
Yep.
Right, if you make a second agility check, I will allow you to be fleeing from the scene.
Okay. Easy for her. Yep, that's very easy for her.
So, if you want, you can now be considered that you're just yeeting on out of there at full pelt.
Yep.
Okay. For Leon, you need to double think your existence at the sun.
Oh, no.
So you find yourself crumpled in a heap on the floor. What do you do?
Well, can I scramble up to get to start running away even more?
You can certainly scramble to your feet, yeah?
Okay. More agility?
No, you can just you can yeah you get up and apart from a few bruises, you're back on your feet.
Yeah. So yeah, scramble up and start running after the others.
With that, something happens. What happens now? Movement.
Batman lands in his lap.
You can as you're getting up from your fall. You spot something coming through the forest further down the way. And it's hovering.
Oh shit.
And it appears to be coming towards you at a rate.
A hoverbot?
It's hovering.
And for a moment, just things like want, but then reality is like laser fire.
Yeah, and then the memory of the laser fire, and you sort of turn around. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're back on your heels, right? We will consider that you are in flee at the moment.
Yeah, trying to get also like to the closest tree that's in the direction of where I'm going. Okay,
So are you going to be trying to get to cover from your position?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Well, not if I'm like turning around like.
Vulcan,
Oh, sure,
as you
cover.
have managed to pass one check, if you make another agility check, you two will be fleeing from the scene.
All right.
1 over.
What? Okay, so you stumble a little bit, and you are not fleeing. You're just running. So Ruby is actually gaining ground away from you now. You can see her yeeting off into the distance, and you're sort of puffing along behind, like, oh Jesus!
How heavy is she? How far ahead is she?
Probably like 5 or 6 good strides. Like she's running.
How encumbered are you? 1? How encumbered are you?
Ruby is encumbered by 2.
Fuck. Where's Quinn? Is Quinn encumbered?
Quinn is not encumbered.
But he's still just behind you, because he's a little bit slow anyway, so...
No, he's actually faster than Ruby.
What, on his move?
Mm,
Yeah.
Ruby's 3 and he's 4.
Oh, in which case, yeah, he'll be gaining ground then. Okay, so you can now hear the foot stomps of Quinn gaining behind you then, Vulcan.
I put my pack onto Quinn.
Oh, okay. We'll
Can
come
I
to...
do this maneuver as Quinn is right beside me now?
Well, he's gaining ground on you. He's not yet beside you.
I would like to do that stumble to pass off my backpack, which has all the fucking healing shit in it.
Right, okay. That will be next round, if anything. But yes, I see where you're going. So in your moment of stumbling, you're like, oh, Jesus, I need to get... And you see Quinn gaining behind you, and you're like, pulling your pack
I'm
off.
planning for my death. I'm making sure that they have the supplies.
Anyway, so Quinn, he can now also do his second GTFO roll.
Alright, he will attempt to do so. He is 1 under.
He's 1 under. Jesus, this is a good robot.
He has 10 agility.
Wow, yeah, so he like stomping through the forest, like dump, 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 dump. And he's
He isn't actually that slow.
No, he's
He
alright.
has the same agility as Leon.
Yeah, the robot's going, you know?
or Leon is just as slow as a massive robot.
Okay, so Quinn is gaining now behind you, and you're pulling your pack off. We'll get round to that in a moment. Number 2. Let's have a look at what number 2's up to. Number 1, rather. Nobody's looking that way, so you don't know. Nobody's looking that way, so you don't know. And... hang on. Okay, so he's... Okay, right. There's some noises from behind you, but no laser fire. Which brings us back round to Ruby. So you, if you would like, can exit the scene.
Yeah, I guess.
If you want to save yourself, now is the time.
But she will also yell, "Get to the bridge!"
Yeah, so you're out. So we'll consider that you are safe. Leon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeeting away.
Yeah.
Give me an agility check then.
Yeah, I'm to be honest, just thinking for a moment. Yes, Ruby is slowly turning blue the path with the speed that she's running.
I don't think she's hit blue shift, but she's like, you can see that she's just like proper beamed away from you now.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, a 1 over.
Okay, so you start kicking your heels up a little bit. You're making a mess, but you eventually make a little bit of ground away from whatever's chasing you.
Well, okay, I'm up next to Vulcan.
That happens. Vulcan. So, Quinn is now catching up behind you. Do you want to try handing off your bag?
Yeah, I'm just gonna hook it around him.
Is this a complex maneuver?
My perception's pretty boss, so I'd be able to calculate like how he was moving in a way that would let me slip it over the chainsaw or something. I'm not trying to like put a backpack
No,
on him.
I think this. I think this is a doable maneuver. You're not trying to attach anything. You're not trying to like be careful. You're just like backpack robot. So yeah, in which case, as he stomps his way furiously in through the forest, you hook your pack over him. It's not going to upset his carry weight, is it, Amelia?
How heavy is it?
23.
Think so.
Extra 23 pounds. He's probably got headroom for that, hasn't he?
Well, his left leg storages don't count, right?
No,
But
his capacity storages aren't. Yeah.
He's carrying Ruby's bedroll, tripod, and the PKM, which is 50 together.
50.
So he'll be at 73.
That's probably going to slow him down then. What's his core strength? 12, is it?
15, I think.
Oh, 15. Oh, Christ, he's probably got loads of capability to carry then. Let's have a look. 15. And he's loaded to how much?
50.
Yeah, he's
And
at light
70,
encumbrance
70,
now.
70 something with
Yeah, he's
the
at
stuff.
light encumbrance now.
That's okay.
So he'll be
I think
slowed
that-
down a little bit, but...
Yeah, he'll now have a speed of 3. That's fine.
Okay, so he adopts the backpack as a new adornment. Vulcan, are you still trying to yeet out of there as you jog along with the robot trying to put your pack on?
Yeah.
Give me a roll then. I mean, you failed one, but you've...
Horribly failed.
How horribly?
13 of 8.
Oh god, yeah, you're gonna stumble over. So in the motion of putting the pack on, you weren't looking quite where you were going. You hit a crashed out log or something, and the world suddenly goes sideways, and you're like, woo! and then yeah, you're on your ass as Quinn trots past you.
Oh, that sucks.
Talking of Quinn, he gets his yeetable now. He can exit scene should you wish to do him so.
Yeah, I guess.
In which case he begins trotting out of, yeeting away from the party. Let's have a look. Okie dokie. So Vulcan's only just fallen over. Leon has only just managed to catch up. Let's have a dice off. Leon, you are going to be the current target du jour. You did say that you are running for some cover. I will allow you to gain a point of cover.
Yay!
Because you did say that. A burst of energy fire is coming out of the woods. And they roll a 10. What's your armor class? It's nowhere near Quinn's, I know that, but may as well ask.
My armor class, I think it's 13.
not got any, so... Yeah, 13.
because-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus
yeah,
the
that's
one for the tree, so I'll give you that.
Ooh, that makes it 14. 14.
So you're going to have... what did I roll? A 10. And you are... What's the terrain? Let's have a look here, see if I can give you any bonuses. So you're in a forest, I'll give you that. You have cover. That's -2, I'll take it. Okie dokie. Unfortunately, I think you've just been hit, Leon.
Ow.
Which is gonna be bad.
Is it the almighty rain of laser fire again?
Yeah, this is the laser. I'm just trying to find any edge that I can give him because I've rolled 10. The forest gives him -2. The trouble is he's got +7, so it's +5 overall. So he's gonna hit. There's nothing I can do to stop it. Alright, unfortunately, Leon, you are about to be shot. There is
Ow.
nothing I can do to prevent...
Well, so far, if I remember correctly, I'm the only character who gets repeatedly shot and still has ear.
Yes, well, let's just hope that that continues as a trend, hey? So, you have been hit... 5 times by laser fire. Actually, no, worse than that. Sorry, not 5 times. You've been hit. Lots of times. I can't... What's... I'll say 5, because I don't think it can get much worse than that from this thing. Let's go with 5. So I'm going to roll... Oh, Lord. I'm going to roll 9 threat dice. Only 1 6, so there's a blessing. But I will roll for that 6 to see if anything comes of it. And that is not going to crit you.
Okay.
So there's no weapon crits. But you have just taken... 15 damage.
He's dead.
What?
That's gonna sting.
Wait.
He's dead.
Well, it doesn't automatically all go to his body, because it goes to where he's hit first. And then he does get a laser resistance against it. Have you got any laser resistance?
He does. I think.
Uh,
3?
I think this is when I have a laser.
That's
I think
fire.
Is that...
What's laser?
Hang on, let me just make sure that I'm reading that, because
To me, that looks like a laser.
hang on. So the laser is...
Isn't it this one?
Oh, this is probably plasma.
No, the steaming thing is plasma. Yeah, the burning flame is fire. The fire bolty looking thing, I believe, is your energy. So the one above the steaming pile of poo.
Yeah, that's energy.
So he has 4.
4. Okay. Unfortunately, it does have a laser damage of 1, so that's going to be reduced to 3. But that reduces your overall damage to 12.
That means I have 1 HP
Well, hey,
left.
as I say, it doesn't all go to your thing straight away. So
Okay.
it is dealt immediately. So you're after DR. You didn't get any critical wounds. So you're gonna get 3 points of damage in your. Let me just pull a thing. Left leg.
That's 3. That disappeared into nothingness. There you go. 3.
And then 9 points of damage to your health.
Fuck.
Oh.
You have to run.
Which is all kinds of crazy. I don't know if I've reduced it or whatever I've had.
Left and right click to reduce.
I have.
The pages are less
Oh,
than
is it being
cooperative.
janky? Alright, I'll just make something.
I'm at 4.
I'll just take a note of that. You're at 4 for the moment. Leon HP equals 4. You're feeling rough, son.
Yeah.
But they didn't crit you. So be thankful.
Yeah.
There is a rather horrific wound that's gone through one of your legs.
So his armor that he has on his legs doesn't stop any?
No, because it was his armor, other than displacing some of the damage, didn't do any preventative stuff.
Okay.
I mean, it took some damage off. Don't, you know, minus 4 points of damage or whatever.
3.
Oh, well, minus whatever it was. However many points it took away. But yeah, you're left after that with several scorched burn marks down your leg.
Ow.
And then something else happens behind you that you're unaware of. And then, I believe it's going to be Leon's go. Could be wrong. So that happens that, yeah, Leon. So, scorchy pain.
Yeah. Ow. Ow.
Feeling less than brilliant. What do?
Shit. Well, seeing that no one's behind me that I care about, I'm gonna run and I'm gonna full rate of fire in the general direction of whoever fucking shot me.
You should probably just fucking flee.
Well, okay, do I get any... Well, do I lose any movement if
By
I'm
trying to do move and fire, you are losing effective running time.
Okay, well, it's... Well... Okay, I'll just try and run. No.
So, agility roll for getting the hell out of dodge. Spurred on by immense amounts of pain, you're just like, ah!
Well, okay, for a thematic reason, let's say some of the laser fire has actually set my ass on fire.
Okay.
So I'm actually running with flames coming out of my butt.
Just on fire.
Just the best Tom and Jerry fire on my ass you will ever see. Just...
Something else happens behind you which is irrelevant to what's happening at the moment. Vulcan, you had just taken a tumble, hadn't you? So you need to sort yourself out.
Yeah.
And you see the smouldering wreck of Leon
Nope.
running ahead of you.
If that's agility, it's 4 over.
For this round, you were just getting up and, sort of correcting your stance, as it were, so unless you're doing anything special.
Have we reached combat yet?
We're effectively in combat, but...
But I has no cards.
Oh, there are no cards.
Ah. Good times. Run. I fall again.
You won't be able to
Moreover.
begin a full run whilst you're correcting yourself up and sort of getting underway.
Oh.
Cool, that's that then. You are, however, the person at the back, which leads you open to abuse by whoever's spraying the forest with laser fire.
Don't they have to keep moving forward as well?
They have been, actually.
Okay.
Unless your armor class is significant, you two are going to be hit.
What is his armor class? Because he has that
My
special armor.
I-10? I don't know.
Really?
+2 to my AC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
My base is, so 10.
You have very low agility.
Yeah,
low.
10. Alright, so you're actually worse off than Leon was, but that's not going to make a big difference in the long run. Okie dokie. In which case, they are going to roll a big old number of dice at you. With 2 6s. One of which is going to crit you. And no effect after that. So you've got an extra... So you're going to take more damage than Leon just took. With a crit to follow. And you... Do you have any laser DR? You must have. Oh, you go. You got
He
4
has
as
a
well.
lot.
So... I rolled 6. You get +1 from that. It gets plus... So... 17 damage.
Dead.
Don't know if you're going to sustain this.
Dead.
Is that with the damage reduction?
Oh,
or are you
oh
taking
no!
out?
After damage reduction,
12. Dead.
Mm,
no, 14 after reduction. You might survive because don't forget, not all of it goes
Some of it
directly
is
to
going-
your hit points. So you are going to take 3 points to your abdomen.
My abdomen's destroyed.
No, it's just... Oh, you've got armor there, haven't you?
I'm scared to fuck with the sheets because they
Yeah,
get
they've been so
written
fucked up.
over. So
Unfortunately, yeah, because it's gone past your armor class, that point of armor is not going to do you any damage, so you take 3 points to the abdomen. I'll just make a note. On combat. Vulcan, 3-point abdomen. Which means 11 points of health.
So one
I would be
left.
dead.
In Fallout World, you're not, though. You're on 1 hit point.
Might as well be the same thing. Because
Unfortunately...
GURPS is go murder yourself.
Well, even if you do hit 0 hit points, you're not truly dead. You're then bleeding out. But for if you hit 0, you're probably having a bad time. So abdomen from a piercing type damage because I haven't got lasers. You suffer. You suffer the side effect of it always hurts. which is a permanent effect. So you now have a luck. If you survive this, you basically have a luck problem against damaging. Because you now have a niggling injury where this laser's just shot right through your guts. A niggling injury is, as far as, you know, when you take 5-6 rounds of laser to the guts, that's niggling. But it doesn't give you any bonus damage, so you've survived the attack.
With 1 hit point.
With 1 hit point.
So no. But alright. Let's keep going.
Right, back to the initiative. So he fired and he did that. What does this guy do? He runs forward. Boring. So stuff happens behind you that you're unaware of, and then Leon, you can make your runaway attempt, I believe.
With a bum leg? How?
He hasn't got any critical wounds on his leg, so he's still running.
Oh, got it.
Because if you remember, when I redacted the combat deficiencies, we got rid of all the immediate. Unless it's a critical, nothing's happened.
Got it.
It's
All
more
right,
in line with
well-
Fallout.
Well, Leon's gonna like.
Hang on, I got a
Robin.
question before we do
Okay.
this. Can you still expend points of fatigue to get bonuses on combat?
Absolutely.
Right.
That would be nice to know.
Ah, we should have thought of it
no.
sooner.
Well, then Leon's gonna spend all the fucking fatigue in the world to turn back and pick up Vulcan.
Really? So you hear the old man just like, ah! And laser fire bursting forward.
Because currently, Vulcan is his only friend that he's known for more than just a few weeks, or well, a few months now.
What are you doing, you idiot? Run.
I mean, what do you want to do? Player agency here.
As you come up to me, what are you doing, you idiot? Run. As I'm holding my
Yeah, just
guts
like
in.
holding yourself together.
Well, okay, fair enough. Yeah, we're gonna repeat this. Grabbing Vulcan up like, I'm gonna die without you. Come on.
All right, so you take. Oh, okay.
Take the hand that's holding my guts in. So now my guts fall out.
Yeah,
I'm like,
so-
ah, God,
No.
fuck,
They're full cauterized. won't
Full
fall.
fuck. The damage to the tissue, being cauterized or not, is irrelevant,
Yeah,
provided that
he's
the
in a,
movement
like-
would rip open the skin
He's
again,
got a
and therefore it would fall out.
badly
'Cause
fucked up
The
abdomen.
abdominal wall is the thing that holds your guts in. It's like this membrane, and that would get ripped. And the movement
Wouldn't
will
help.
rip it open anyway.
But Leon, you take a point of fatigue for that.
Let's see if we can do this.
Can I? It's not my turn.
Is it doing anything? All right, I'll just take some. I'll take
Nope.
tracking notes here, if I can. So Leon, fatigue.
The notepads do work.
Oh wait, hold on. I have. Whoa, I've frozen. Oh, there we go. There we go. Hold on. I do have first aid of 13, so I would pick him up again.
Now's not the right
This is
time.
not the right time to be kneeling down like, oh, you'll be all right. Bandage,
No,
bandage,
no.
bandage.
Yeah, no. No, but even picking up in this situation, you would risk the damage that you would do to the patient to try to get them out. Because
Again,
the lasers would fucking
it's
be
a
more dangerous
Falloutian
than
world.
bleeding out.
You don't have a critical wound that says otherwise, so until the rules say otherwise, you are intact. It's very gamified, but that's the world of Fallout.
Yeah, well,
But in one turn, that can change. So,
Oh yeah,
like,
God,
now,
yeah.
run away.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's already committed. He's gone back and he's picking you up. You are a strong character, so and he's not got his backpack on, so you easily heft him too. can you give me an agility roll if you're going to be trying to make an escaping run?
Okay, let's see.
And you
Hey,
start dragging
I
this poor
under.
guy. You're just like, just like bumping over logs, and there's just
Mate,
blood
that
everywhere.
leg doesn't look good. That looks like it's painful. No, Frank, stop poking it.
Oh yeah, I just picture just Frank floating next to Leon's leg, just shoving his thumb in.
Or his horn. Yeah, he's shoving his horn into it. God damn it, Frank, he's trying to help. You know, if I die, you die.
Okie dokie. Vulcan, so whilst you're being picked up, what's going on in Vulcan land? Because you've been scooped up by someone that's way too... Like, he's stronger than you are anyway, even with your recent...
You're the special kind of stupid. Can one of my gadgets
Oh, hello.
be cocaine?
No.
Meth?
No. Too much game effect for,
Kathy?
Adrenaline?
Yeah, fuck it, just go for it.
Adrenaline? Off a gizmo? Oh wait, no. What can my jet? Can it be like jet? Like a Fallout drug?
I mean,
And
jet's
all
essentially
three?
meth anyway.
But burn all three and be like, I was saving this for a good time.
What does Jet even do?
So you want to summon for all three of your gadgets?
Essentially something to make him run faster.
Yeah,
Jet
it's
is
just
meth.
For three
That's-
gadgets, I would actually allow it. I mean, to burn...
3 gadgets and something else if you don't think it's enough?
No, I
Like-
think 3 gadgets is it. I will give you all 3 gadgets to pull out... let me just look up Jet, because it might be...
Is it jet? Like, the one that makes you run fast. I don't know if it's jet or if it's
Let me just have a look
out.
see what
or-
Jet can do for you. And this is like from your secret pocket that like even...
Oh yeah, this is like that. Nobody...
So, for 3 gadgets, Jet... Highly addictive. Oh, so there's going to be addiction roll.
Oh yeah. And this is Gizmo Jet, so I anticipate it's kind of janky. I'm all for my stuff
Here we
having
go. After
horrible side effects.
inhalation, yes, it will make you go faster.
All right, buddy, you're really not gonna like this. It tastes like ass, but open your mouth, and I fucking shove his mouth over it and just release it. So he'd probably be like, "What the?" And that would
you could basically just spray it up in front of his face because
just right in your mouth and just
yeah.
yeah. I know it tastes like ass, but
So, for...
Tastes like Frank.
You will gain +1 effective move, which may come in handy.
That brings me to 12.
You will gain +1 perception and +1 strength for the duration.
Okay. 12 and 11. That's 12 and 10.
Is it what, 5 minutes?
No, it's actually for 1d10 hours.
yeah. And when you come down off this, it's gonna suck. But don't worry, buddy. I'll be there to help you.
So this is going to
Maybe.
last 9 hours.
Idiot.
Oh,
So
if we
this is
survive.
This is the rest of the day. Like,
Yeah.
he is hopped.
So it's just wow.
Yeah, and you now have Jet in your bloodstream.
So
It's-
I have strength and perception, but no agility?
No, you have you have speed. You
Yeah,
have
it
movement.
gives you +1 move, which...
It's not agility, movement.
Okay. Alright. Well,
I just wanted something to help him run faster.
Which this
So-
will definitely do it.
I'll run, you sumbitch.
Run! Are you helping him? Are you sort of trying to gate along with him? Or are you just
Yes.
like dragged behind him?
Oh yeah, no, I'm moving as much as I can.
Can you give me because of your recent injury, can I have an endurance check?
That's 5 under.
Okay, so you are grunting through the pain, and like there's
There's some residual weed in my system that's kind of numbing it a
your
bit.
guts are still bleeding profusely, even like through all the. It's just a mess down there, but you're moving along with Leon.
Not, I say out loud, not looking forward to my next bowel movement.
Which might actually be most of your bowels.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was the endurance.
That was just so you could be carried along without. Yeah.
Stumbling.
Okie dokie. So, Mr. One Guy. It's turning into a scene.
I don't know. Be an interesting game if my NPC friend just chucks some drugs into my mouth. Random kid. Yeah, I'd go with that.
No, I meant in Ruby's case. Like,
oh yeah, run, bitch, run.
yeah, Ruby got the hell out. Her robot is fast on her heels, and the two other people just slowly down.
All of the medical supplies.
Yeah.
So, some stuff's happening behind you that you're unaware of. I need to roll for him.
Oh my fucking fuck.
What?
I have stim packs.
You do have stim packs.
I have a lot of those.
Aren't they in your bag?
No, the stim packs are in my pocket.
Oh, right. Well, yeah, I mean, you've got stim packs.
Well, I suppose it'll have to wait till next turn then.
Well, either way. Initiative. Leon, you suddenly feel a burst of, like, your body just, like, goes from being on fire to just electric. Like, all of your nerve endings are just like... what do?
Hold on.
Yeah, dude, enjoy that right now.
Well, I'm writing to Frosty in Steam.
I don't know if that's a good idea. Because that's gonna... we should just ask. Instead of metaing it, you should ask.
Should I do or should I ask?
You should definitely ask. Let's not meta it. He wants to carry
ask.
I'm advising against it. Because that means, like, what goes into carrying a person in Fallout?
Yeah. Can I roll, because I now have increased strength? Can I pick up Vulcan?
Yes.
Okay, so my thinking is, and this might be a time where Rich will go, telling them would make it so they survive, not telling them would make this very interesting. So my idea is, can I pick up Vulcan and he just jabs me with a stim pack and I just run with him?
You can pick him up for sure, yeah.
You can't control what I do.
What's the downside to that?
The stim pack? Later.
No, I mean picking someone up.
I fail.
In terms of
we
escaping.
Well, in Leon's case, with his strength currently at 12, he will count as encumbered, so he's going to be slowed down by carrying the old, like literally carrying the old man. That's the downside.
He does have an extra move speed.
You do have the, so you're kind of counteracting yourself on it. Yeah.
So you would be down to regular?
Jet is making you move quicker, but picking him up would make you move slower, so...
But he already has a regular move speed of 5, so he's still going to be 5.
Yeah, he's still trotting along.
Alright.
That's pretty fast.
I'm gonna...
Hooray for drugs.
Well, with my newfound taste of ass in my mouth...
Yeah, it's like a raunchy beanie fart, too. It's horrible.
Well, as long as not eggplants, that's
fair enough.
Well, do I roll my strength to pick him up, or can I just...
No, you don't need to roll. You are strong enough to pick him up.
Yeah, I can't stop you.
All right,
way too strong. Weak.
I am picking up him And just keep. I'm just gonna run. I'm gonna run with him.
Okay, well give me an agility check then.
All right. Contact dice. Don't fail me. Yes. That would make me.
That's your second escape roll, which means you are yeeting away.
I
do
am
one
4
too.
under.
There is, however, one caveat. One of the bad guys is interested in chasing you, so I'm going to check him.
Okay.
And depending on his check, so what was your measure of success there?
4 under.
4. Okay. So this guy's going to be running through the forest after you with the intent to chase you down. And he's keeping up with you. Like, this guy
Fuck.
is just keeping up with you, which means you're going to have to roll off with him again, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. You're going to last for 9 hours. There's no way he's going to run for 9 hours.
Jet is, like, you are pimped right now. You aren't going to slow
there's no
down.
fatigue issues, none of
Use the
that.
Fatigue.
No, not right now.
I think you
Yeah.
can.
Oh, he can use fatigue right now?
You can use fatigue, yeah.
Only I could use fatigue to give to him. But
You
that's not how
can't give
fatigue
him
works.
no.
Well, keep in mind, my base fatigue is 11. I have plenty of fatigue.
For now.
Do you want to burn
Well,
some fatigue to try? I mean, if so, then
Well, so who is it now? Me or Vulcan?
it's you.
All right. Well, I'm gonna spend some extra fatigue, seeing that I am fucking hyped
See-
out of my mind.
So you're just starting to burn it. Okay, go for it. Like,
Yeah,
you're
I-
sweating like an ooh. It's like boom.
No, my muscle fibers are literally on fire,
And your ass, actually. So
and that too. For comedic value, my ass is still hot. Oh, that is 2 over.
all right. Well, you're on escape mode, so I can't stop that. But it's just, can you escape this guy?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't forget to count your extra fatigue there.
Ah,
Oh yeah.
He's
well,
gaining ground on you.
Well,
We didn't even pull away with that 2 under his?
No, this guy's pounding along after you. I'm just trying to gauge. So these, I've forgotten how big these hexes are. I think they're half a kilometer. I could be wrong.
Really wishing I was a demo right now. You want to chase us?
Yeah.
Fine.
Here's some explosions, bitch. Yeah, each of these is about half a kilometer. So you did manage to find some woodland without problems. So I'm going to say you're only about maybe 100 meters into the woodlands, which means you've got only, I'd say, 200 meters to the river.
Okay. So I'm already getting close to the river too then.
Yeah, you're still ahead of everyone, so. But I'm just trying to gauge how far this guy's willing to chase, because he's. In fact, let me refer to his character. So as he's getting closer, as she is getting closer to you, she yells out, what's she gonna yell out? She can yell, leave the damn robot! That's all she yells. Leave the damn robot.
Leave there.
Loudly.
Yeah, just.
Very loudly.
But yeah, she's catching, but she doesn't fire on you this time.
Yes, Frank, I think now would be a good time to go into human skin lampshade making. That's a great idea. Do you have the book for that?
She
Oh,
had the
good.
book.
It's just a picture book. Okay.
Well, other than the fact she's gaining on you, you do have another chance to escape. So let's do it. Are you doing more fatigue, or
Okay.
Wait. It's his turn again?
unless you want to try and interject something because you're currently being carried?
I mean, what would happen? I'm pretty sure I would know what would happen, but I don't know what would happen if I stabbed him with a stim pack right now.
He regains some health.
Okay. And then we deal with the problems later.
So you're gonna stab him?
Oh, yeah. Right in the fucking leg.
So you just like bend down from your
Buddy,
carried.
this is gonna sting a bit, but you've had it before, so...
Right. Can
this leg
you
working.
give me a first aid check? Doesn't take any time. It just requires that you aim at the right position.
That is so far under.
Okay. In which case, oh, he was wounded in the leg. He was wounded in the leg. So,
Yeah, I was about to ask Vulcan to roll a dice for an even uneven result of him just yanking it into my shot leg or not.
well, no, he's managed to hit your leg. So, your wounded leg recovers 1 hit point, and your body recovers. Well, your main hit points recover 1 hit point.
Well, that's you that's having those. Well, okay, the one here is. Okay,
I
so
can't
can
do
change
anything.
this one. Oh,
Yeah, it won't let you.
Yeah. Hang on. I did make some notes on this, didn't I?
yeah. So my leg.
Leon HP equals 5 now.
Yeah, and my leg is at 2.
And your leg's been healed up as well. Okay, so, and yeah, but with the happy sort of that instant hiss of the syringe as it's, you suddenly feel a little pinch, but better because of it.
What? I don't feel better because of it. I just hear it.
No, you do feel. I mean, you can
Okay.
you sense that, you know, your leg isn't quite as painful, and yeah, you feel a bit less.
Yeah.
He's drugged up to the max.
Oh,
yeah.
honey, I ain't even got started yet.
Cool.
Okay.
Cross off that stimmy then.
Yeah.
And we'll get back to Leon again then.
Well, hearing her yell, "Leave the robot!" Leon yells back, "Go suck a tank!" and just keeps running.
Okie dokie, so this is going to just be a straight up opposed check again.
Yeah. And expending fatigue again, but I am 3 over.
3 over.
Well, 2 with the fatigue, right?
I have no idea how it works, but I know
She
that I
is,
have...
yeah, the fatigue will make it easier, basically.
Okay, well, I know I'm now at 8 fatigue.
So,
Burning through it.
she's managing to keep pace with you still, and seems to still be chasing, but it's just her. And you're coming closer to the edge of the woods as you're running through the undergrowth.
Okay. What kind of
Who has the
weaponry
radio?
is Ruby carrying other than the
Do
crossbow?
you have it on you, or is it in your
Yeah.
backpack?
Radio is always on me.
All right.
I was about to say.
I keep radio, stim packs, and then bandages. Usually.
Well, would it be idea
Yes.
to tell Ruby to start shooting at someone who's chasing us?
Ruby's up ahead.
Yeah, I know, that's why. Turn around and shoot, because there's only one.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
That isn't... Well, it's a terrible idea, but it is an idea other than just keep running.
Running back to where we have some cover and whatnot. It's a good idea.
But you don't.
Yeah.
Do you actually know who's still chasing you?
Like
Like if there's only
Well,
one
the person
chasing
yelled
you.
at us.
So we heard
Yeah.
one person yelling at us.
Well, we've
Yeah.
only heard one person yelling at us the whole time.
But there's no laser firing at us right now. Other than people just saying that to leave the robot. Hey, Ruby, you want to give up Quinn for me and Vulcan?
Using the radio?
No,
I have the radio.
no. I
They want the robot.
So come on, what's Leon doing?
Leon keeps running.
Okay, Leon keeps running. Right, there we go.
Leon runs with more fatigue. Come on, checks, dice roll. Okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna grab these dice.
Oh, before you do that, Vulcan, you're still being jostled along. Have you got any machinations to do anything else?
Hmm.
Right.
So his wound is cured.
His wound is partially cured.
Stabilized, I guess?
I mean,
Stable for now. It doesn't need
Insofar
it.
as it's had a stim pack, it's considered to be stable.
Okay.
Stim pack yourself?
I guess, yeah. I'd stim pack my gut.
He's just like, "Perk."
Just like, ugh.
Give me a first aid roll then to make sure you don't poke it out the other side.
That is substantially worse. 14 doesn't matter.
Is that including?
That would be physician on top
No,
of it?
first aid. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
a little woozy.
So other than like you sort of prod it in and it sort of tears around a little bit, and you're like at the same
that's gonna
time
be
as trying to inject yourself, you're making the hole worse. But the overall effect is you lose 1 wound from your abdomen, so I'll take that off from my notes, and you gain 1 hit point back, so you're now on 2 hit points.
Hooray.
But if that laser hits you again,
I've got a meat shield.
yeah.
Thanks.
Okie dokie.
I
mean, just
Now,
like
Psycho.
logistically.
now you can run away, Leon. So it's another opposed check,
Yeah, and Leon's definitely spending.
and I'm
more.
counting for fatigue on this as well because I figure you're going all in.
So, Frosty, I'm doing the very bad thing of in any role playing. I'm touching your dice.
It's not my dice. It's the wrong color.
Ooh,
So that's an 8. So that's 2 under.
2 under. And because you are fleeing already, you have managed to escape this person.
Yay!
As they begin falling away from you, you just hear them ever further away, just, leave the robot! Damn the robot! And just,
Right.
yeah. You
Okay.
eventually burst out of the edge of the woodlands.
So, as Ruby gets across the bridge, she's gonna try to contact them by the radio. So, like, hello?
Yeah, I'm being carried like a pretty princess. How you doing, sweetheart?
Right.
I
Are
feel
you?
very pretty right now. Although maybe that's the blood loss.
Yeah.
It's
When you
probably
get to
the
the
blood
bridge,
loss.
I think it's a blood loss, Frank. He goes on for a
When
few.
yeah. Shut up. When you get to the bridge, just keep running straight ahead.
I'm not the one that's running.
Well, you're being carried.
So
so
you-
you
Hold
probably
on, hold
relay
on.
a message.
Leon, she wants to talk to you, and I hold it up to your ear like it's a telephone. When it's clearly broadcast in, you don't need that.
Right. So did he hear that?
I mean,
I'm holding.
As this is
down.
happening, Leon's getting ever closer to the like. You can now see him approaching the bridge anyway.
Oh, I can see him?
Yeah, I mean he was only like a matter of yards behind you, and apart from having gone back to pick up Vulcan, he wouldn't have lost maybe 5 or 10 yards of distance between you.
Alright. Well, in that case, just follow me. And I run this way.
So towards the trap house.
Yeah.
Past it. but
Past
just
the trap house, yeah.
towards this junction over here.
Okay.
And guess I'll wait for them in between these 2 ruins.
And Quinn stomps up behind you.
Then as they get here, or
Oops.
close enough to where I can just yell at them, be like, follow me, and I go through these ruins, like this way, and then straight for that guard post.
You just yeet up to the guard post.
Yes.
Okay. Are you fatiguing yourself to do so, or just trotting along?
No, just with them. To
Yeah,
stay with them.
yeah. So, being that Leon has been putting in a massive amount of effort and he's sweating profusely, he catches up with you, and yeah, eventually. Why is there 2 Leons in the world? Let's get rid of Mr.
Because Leon is awesome.
Yes, you yeet across this open scrubland, and you all. I mean, I'm not going to lie. There's nobody chasing you now, so there's no opposition to you reaching your goal.
Yep. Well, we don't know that no one's chasing us
No,
anymore.
I mean, yeah, you can't tell that.
Well, could my perception? I don't know. That's kind of pushing it.
Alright, so I guess as we get over here, all exhausted and stuff, it's just like, and wave at the guards, and run up to one of them and like, we just got attacked in the forest.
Okay.
Can we stay here for a moment?
The guard who he looks over the group of you, noticing the injuries, and he says, "You should probably see the doctor," in a very confused way.
Oh, just give me a second. Put me down, Tweaky.
Twiggy.
What?
Leon, you're absolutely like just drawing breaths like a camel right now.
Yeah.
They talk to the guard like, yeah, I don't know if they're still chasing us.
The
But they had
guard, at your words there, he sort of looks behind him and he sort of claps his hand behind him, and you notice that the gun turret above you just goes and sticks up.
This one's a citizen, by the way.
Right, thank you. And Ruby turns around and goes to help Leon and Vulcan.
I pull Ruby really close and I'm like, he is twacked out of his mind right now. We need him not around these guards. Drugs are not legal in this town.
Yeah, well, we'll stay out here then.
Okay. But he's going to be really annoying.
Yep. I mean, even though you are
9 hours.
exhausted as heck, Leon, like, your mind is just going a million miles an hour. Like, all of the things that you can see around you are echoing in your vision. You're like, whoa!
All the thoughts that you can are thoughting right now. Like, it's just feel like the Flash, I guess.
Okay.
You took meth, essentially. So what do you think, what you've heard about meth, roughly that's what you're going through.
Okay. Well, right now, one of the things that is just like slowly just churning inside Leon's head is just coming to him to the fact that in his mind, for a moment, Ruby straight up abandoned both him and Vulcan for death.
But this is meta, you can't tell us this.
Yeah.
True.
Well, no, as part of his all thought, that is part of his all, like, part of his reality is that he slips into a mode where he can see a 3D tabletop, and he's like, wait, I'm a model on a table?
Yeah.
Also writing stim packs, which are fun.
So Vulcan stimmed himself up too, right? They look horrible.
I mean, yeah, apart from the fact that his guts are clearly, like, messed up beyond reasonable physical needs, he's not currently bleeding out, thanks to the magic of Stimback.
Yeah, I have a permanent injury now.
You do, you have a permanent injury, and I did say I'd discuss that with you.
Something about luck when attacking, but I don't attack, so I don't know how that affects
no, it's luck minus abdominal wounds. It's actually a bonus. So it's luck minus abdominal wounds. In this case, it would have been 3. For a plus. So if you'd like to write this down on a card or notebook or something, you can, during any instance where you'd be injured, make a luck check with a -3 bonus because of the damage you took for a +1 armor class. because you've now lost so much nerve endings that you can't feel pain quite as much as you used to. But if you want to write it down as the critical name, it always hurts, I'll know what that means. And specifically, it's -3. Yeah. So you can summon that whenever you might get struck in the abdomen for any reason whatsoever. And just, yeah, whatever. +1 AC.
Huh. Only I had a better luck.
Yeah, I know.
That's a 6. That I'd have to roll
Well,
for
don't forget, it's -3 against the dice. So, effectively, that's a luck of 12.
Oh yeah, the minuses are good. Okay. Wow, that's one hell of a boon.
I mean, it's helpful. It's
Very helpful. I mean, it's a chance. Might as well have it.
yeah, for a little bit of yeah, whatever.
Kind of like prodding the burns, like, huh, that's not great.
Right. So
So yeah, but Ruby sees your wounds and she's like, right, what do we need to do to improve that? Because that looks horrible on both of you.
Well, I mean, jeez, I live in the wasteland just like you. I don't know what you're on about. Some
Yeah,
blood comes out.
just blood.
Well, I'm guessing that turret's gonna shoot anything that comes over here. I look at the guard guy.
The guard is semi-aware, and he's actually holding a gun, not like ready, but like at attention, and he's looking out already. And it
To
says,
remember your name,
he
guard number
says with some security in his
751342.
voice, he says, "This is territory of Group 9. Nothing comes this way."
I like your attitude. We need to make sure he gets more soup.
Yeah, that's actually one of the things. Is the guard that's there, does he actually know me?
Um,
Good question.
let's have a quick look
You give
at
soup to everybody.
your knowledge abilities. Oh, maybe. Hang on, I've just rolled a chance on it, so... This one knows you.
Me?
He's one of the guys you've come across, yeah.
Okay,
Leon,
so
we
he's
give him the good
bleeding-
shit.
Yeah, bleeding heavily, being all jet out on something.
Sorry, what was it? I didn't catch...
So he's just seeing me bleeding out heavily and just being all fucked.
I mean, yeah, he's like he's kind of shocked because like he knows you, and he's like, "Your lead looks terrible."
But I mean, he's a guard and he's on duty. And we did mention that there are possible hostiles coming, so he's probably paying attention to the
Yeah,
hostile zone.
I mean, you've told him there's potential danger, and he's already alerted the sentry turrets, and he's now paying attention.
Does this particular guard partake?
Of
Is he cool?
is he cool?
Is he cool?
In terms of Group of 9, he is not that cool.
Okay. I make no mention.
Yeah,
Like, Leon, I'm gonna need you to just. I know it's gonna be hard, but you gotta try to be quiet right now. If you can't be quiet, I'm gonna inject you with this, and I hold up an empty stim pack needle, and you're gonna sleep for 4 days.
she just threatened him with it.
I just lied to him.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter anyway. With him being so hopped up, he's just. Oh.
For some reason, I just get this picture of Obelisk from that old like cartoon Asterix and Obelix of one of the times where he's like really drunk. And he's just like,
Oh, this is much different to drunkenness. Drunkenness slows you down. This is like the opposite of drunk. This is you want to be all the everywhere.
Mm-mm.
This is a stimulant. Alcohol's a downer.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Okay, I should probably fix this.
So,
Maybe.
like I say, the person that was chasing, and I know this is totally meta, but to make sure we're sort of along the person chasing you has given up chasing you. They did so before the river.
Okay.
They wanted the robot. They wanted Quinn.
Oh,
Why?
right.
That is a good question. So you can
Edgar.
now go about doing things normally.
I named him Edgar.
Edgar.
Did you see what?
what they looked like?
Didn't really bother to stick around for that. I got shot in the gut, and then next thing I knew, Leon was carrying me. So we didn't really get a peek, at least as far as I know, did we? Pretty perceptive.
You were more concerned with the raking pain at the time, but Leon, give me a perception check, because you did turn around to go and pick up Vulcan.
That's right.
That is true.
Your perception's high right now.
My
This was
perception
before, so I'm going to take
Oh,
this
come
as a... No, oh, you know what? No, he's happed on Jet, so maybe his memory's like... Whoa. Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I have to reroll one of the
Yeah,
dice.
just whatever that is.
That's 10. That's with the jet buff. That I'm on the dot. With
Okay,
that.
so yeah, in which case, I will allow that for a brief moment, you saw the figure that was closest to you, and they seemed to be wearing some kind of uniform. It seemed like perhaps old world military almost.
Oh wow.
From like pictures that are flashing in your brain of like the before the war times of pictures you've seen of the old military styles, it kind of reminded you of that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you explain this?
Would I know what those were as my education?
Well, Leon is definitely like he's just sprouting all this information just out in a
Give me a speech check to get some sense out of it,
yeah.
because like you're gonna be like all around the houses.
Oh yeah, you cannot form coherent speech right now.
Picture a child who just come up running to you and trying to explain something that happens within 4 seconds.
Yeah, give me a speech check and let's see if you can get something out.
Doing some speech. Great. Let's see. That's a 7. That's actually good. I am 2 under.
Okay, so yeah, you managed to get out some of the details. You describe some stuff and you sort of say how it reminded you of some pictures of old world military that you'd seen. Yeah.
Does our outpost man interject anything?
He does not. He's now he's on alerty mode, looking for. He was told there's potential danger, so he's. And there's another guard turned up as well now.
Right. That's interesting. And strange.
Because there is some character arc stuff in this, I will interject as God voice and say, particularly for Ruby, this strikes a note because where you came from, it was commonly fashionable that people that would have raided ex-military bases or other pre-war places where military would have been active often took with them military gear. It was a very common trait of the people used to hang out with.
They wanted the robots?
Quinn's really
Damn it.
impressive.
They could have been. Well, that means they could have been part people from our old crew. Our old. What's it called again? Old settlement?
Porto?
No, you're thinking of, and I did write this down somewhere. Let me check my Maparoo. I believe it was Chemnitz, or maybe... It's around Chemnitz that you came from, but I don't know if I wrote down the actual place. Don't know if I've actually written down the actual name of the place, but the place from where you were near is near Chemnitz.
Well, that rain of laser that we saw was from some ridiculous heavy weapon, and we had robots that had those on them. As far as I know, you cannot normally carry those things.
They are very heavy.
So, yeah, they must have had a robot with them, or possibly, guess you could use them with one of those old power suits. So, we're really lucky that we got out from there.
Oh, they weren't your friends?
Well, if they were, they didn't recognize me.
I will say, at the distances they were firing, you couldn't exactly recognise much of them either.
Oh, sorry, I'm being distracted by someone that's just being an idiot. Sorry.
They might still
Anyway.
be in the area.
So, what do?
I'm trying to think, like, if they were
Repairing.
that group of people, they would probably all have had cuties. With radios.
A 9 on first aid.
And you've got
Well,
bandages?
physician, I guess.
Physicians are the better.
Yeah. So
Hang on a sec. Healing, healing, healing. So you have bandages, so cross off a bandage, yada yada yada. With physician...
you now have 110 bandages.
Oh yeah, because you've got an absolute arseload of bandages. Not that many, but yeah.
No. I'm going to start keeping the stuff in the notebook, because the notebook isn't broken.
Well, put it in the notebook, but I'm concerned for the stability of pretty much everything right now.
Yeah, me too.
So, because you have physician and you've passed, that is 2 of your normal hit points. Which puts you on 3. Sorry, no, not 3. 4.
Nothing fixes the wounds to the abdomen, right?
You would need to doctor for that. Or in your case, surgery, I guess? Yeah, surgery is the advanced version of... And surgery is actually very good at that, if you want to have a crack at that, but it would mean using a surgical kit.
Well, having 2 HP is probably not going to be most helpful for him in the long run.
He's on 4 now, because he wrapped a bandage around himself.
Ah.
Alright.
I'm just...
Oh.
No, you go. I can remember.
Well,
Yeah.
it's gonna be longer, so you go first.
Okay. Just sorting all the stuff, putting them in my notebook real quick before I continue on.
Well, don't forget to... You can just right-click save the object, and it should still create a good save of the character sheet object. Because all of it's stored as text field in the script for the object, so it shouldn't truncate.
Excellent. Okay. Fixing wounds. Need to use surgery kit.
You need to, use a surgery kit.
we'll do that, and that's fine.
How much are you under? Because it does make a difference here.
I got a 12. My doctor is 13 plus surgery, so 2 under. With the
2
surgical.
under. And how many wounds do you actually have critical?
2.
In which case, you've managed to do both of them. You, you sort of pack some bits of your guts back in and tie a few bits and sew a few bits, and soon enough you have a fairly normal-looking abdomen. I mean,
So
I
how
say
much does my surgical kit have left in it?
well, that's only one use out of your surgical kit for that.
So I have 2 surgical kits.
So
How many uses do they have?
Each has 8 uses, and you've already used 1 use on Leon.
So we're on 6.
So yeah, one's down to 6. However, the surgery that you're doing is going to take a significant amount of time. And it's going to fatigue you. So that is going to be... you're going to be tying yourself together for nearly 3 hours.
Awesome. Well, I'm sitting there just shooting the shit because there's no anesthesia in hell. That's also why it takes a long time because I'm talking. So after I'm done with this, should probably fix Leon's. Wait, no, his leg's done.
His leg... it should... That was down 1 point. It should be down to...
But I stabbed him.
Yeah, so he's still got 2 critical wounds left on his leg.
Okay.
But you are going to be consuming a large portion of the afternoon tidying your guts up.
I'm pretty sure they're not chasing after us. Maybe we should work on Leon.
Yeah.
I think you can make it back to the place, because it would be better to do it out of this. I think that'd probably be best.
Yeah, because he's now, what, 3 hours later?
It's 3 hours later, so...
Yeah, we can probably head back.
But I gotta fix myself first.
But
Before this all happens, I have a question for Rich.
Yes.
Because those people from that settlement, they probably had a bunch of cuties and stuff with all of them.
From what
They
you
had
can
lots of
recall, they're
stuff.
quite common amongst such people.
They would probably also have radio channels that they would communicate on.
It's a safe assumption.
And Ruby would be aware of them.
Are you going to go searching through your known radio channels?
Well, she's gonna go over the then if that's a thing, going over the communication channels and sending out a message like, hello, is anyone receiving this? Trying all those known channels that she knows the group used.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously it's just a cutie, so it probably doesn't have that much ridiculous range or
No,
anything.
it's not the best at range, but, I mean, the idea is potentially valid, so I'm going to do some checks at this end. Let me just, there we go. Like that. No, you go through all the channels that you would know of. You broadcast some, appropriate messaging. There's no response on any of the channels that you're familiar with.
Okay. Well, she would probably do this fairly soon after she heard what Leon said. But I'm guessing that doesn't matter.
No, the timing of this event isn't going to have much impact on the outcome.
Okay. Right. Yeah, no, that's all that she'll try doing. I guess she'll go sit by Vulcan and not look at what
I was
he's
going to say,
doing, but
are you
try.
heading back to Leon's Inn, or are you going to just do surgery in the middle of the road?
Should probably head back.
Probably should not do surgery in the middle of the road. However, that guard there needs to get more soup. Did you enjoy that soup?
He sort of looks away out of his, like, he's scanning the horizon. He sort of looks over. It's very nice, thank you. Yeah, I must. If there is danger, I have to watch.
No problem. But we're going to be bringing you some better soup later. We'll do that before the night's out. Okay. How much longer do you have on guard duty?
What is this? This is barely after lunch. He's here until mid-evening.
Okay. Well, someone. I look at Ruby. Needs to take him some soup.
Right.
Some of the
Fine.
good soup. Because funny enough, the soup has healing properties.
I was going to say, for the fact that the soup has healing properties, that means that at the end of the day you can have 1 hit point for free anyway.
Yeah.
Leon as well. Because you'll be consuming tasty, tasty soup.
So,
Ruby thanks the guard and says she'll be back in a bit. And they walk back to the inn.
Yep.
One thing though, the cart is still in the forest with all the wood on it, or near and around it. So this wood, you need to make a note that it's actually minus 140 still on the cart in the forest.
Oh, yes.
Because we dropped
Take that with us.
everything.
Yeah,
for
there's
the
Yeah.
140
We
wood.
We abandoned it.
Yeah, there's 140 wood awaiting.
On our fucking cart.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Leon, maybe we should ask if there's a group annoying escort that could come with us. As you are a citizen of this glorious place, little clot comes out.
Well, maybe we should heal up before that, and that's I don't think so. Like I don't know. He's
Yeah, just
Ah.
whoa.
That's a good
Yeah.
point.
At some point you just hear him just turning to the side and just talking into nothing, and you're pretty sure you hear Frank for a second. Like,
He's actually talking to Frank right now.
Well, no, I rather fancy that to add some GM overlay. As you're talking to Vulcan, just as you're watching, Vulcan keeps echoing out sideways, and you just keep following the echoes of Vulcan, and it's like,
It's like, okay, maybe I shouldn't talk to him right now. But it's going to be really fun trying to get him to hold still.
So anyway, yeah, you can make your way back to Leon's Inn unhindered.
Okay, so then 3 hours later, he's
And then
got
you can
6
choose-
hours left.
3
Right.
hours of yourself to heal up your guts.
Yeah, Ruby takes some of the good soup to the guards.
And you take some soup down to the guard. He's most welcome, but it's apparent that the alert has gone from their stance. They're back to just
Yeah.
guards. Although there is now
Fine.
2 guards waiting there rather than just 1. So
Well, I guess she gives them both.
What was his name?
this guard, his name was
Guard number 11?
what was the last guard's name? I don't know.
Card.
Eckhart, that's right. Just so happens that this guard, I've completely assumed their gender. It was a woman all along, and her name was Rosamund.
Rosamund. Okay.
Okay.
cool.
And apparently it means protection.
Nice.
Rosamund.
Well, That is a good person. We like that one.
Yep. She gets some soup and more thanks.
I
Yeah.
put a note in my notebook. Rosamund the guard. Nice. Don't murder. Give soup. Doesn't like drugs.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, Ruby, it's wonderful that you're back. I need you to help me briefly.
All right.
So, I need you to take Quinn, and I need you to thump Leon in the back of the head. Semi-hard.
Are you
What?
trying to knock him out?
Yeah, which,
mean-
by the way, the logistics of that is terrible. Don't ever try to do that. It's so bad.
Yeah,
Ruby refuses.
I can't. Here's the problem. I have to do surgery on him.
And he's just gibbling around
And
like an idiot.
Do you see him flying over
I mean,
there?
I
He's
will say,
literally flying.
Even whilst you're like busy stitching yourself up and like tending to your wounds, even on his bad leg, he's just like darting back and forth, and he's like, you know what? If I plug in extra capacitors, I think I can get this induction core to be really big, and I can probably do some excellent forging.
Yeah. Leon is walking around like nothing, and he's just like, who's bleeding everywhere?
well,
Vulcan,
Yes.
you know
that stuff you usually take,
Uh-huh.
doesn't that always make you more calm?
Yes. This.
Why don't you try to give him a bunch of
that stuff?
Ruby, the stuff that I gave him is much stronger than this stuff. Sorry, the stuff I gave him is much stronger than what I use on a daily basis.
Yeah, I'm
What?
not
Going
going
to
to.
knock him out.
Okay, well,
What about?
Hang on. Let
me-
me. I have an idea that might.
wait, hold up.
Let's see. Where is it? And
She
she
goes
goes
to
to the pile of weapons, or the weapons storage, I guess. And
What
what
about?
about this? And she comes back out with a cattle prod.
Oh God!
That won't be so much to. Okay, so I don't know how people think cattle prods actually work, but they're not that fucking strong. All right, like it's an ow, and that's how it works.
I will
with
say
the
this
cattle
isn't
prod.
just a cattle prod. However, this is a.
Is it like a zap stick?
It's a bit worse than that. Let me just look it up because.
Okay.
Hang on a sec. It's in here somewhere.
It's souped up.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I'm just trying to find the damn thing. Do you have
Well,
a card for it, or have I not given cards out for that yet?
cards might be dangerous to mess with.
Yeah, cards might be dangerous to mess with. Thank you for reminding me the game is currently broken.
Oh.
I'll look it up the old-fashioned
Why
way.
is that? Why is
Sorry,
someone?
bud.
Buddy. So it counts as an
That's actually a pretty good
impact
call.
type weapon. Oh, sadly, the crit type is electricity. So, for in-game purposes, it's more likely just to fucking fry the guy than do anything knocking out.
Well, but I imagine that Vulcan knows about that, and he's just gonna be like, nope.
So, yeah, I mean, for the sake of
Okay.
argument, it's about as effective as Vulcan would
It's a
otherwise
bit more
argue.
than
Yeah.
what I'm looking for. This would normally be a good idea, but this one's voltage is a little too high. If I want him to be a paraplegic, this would be a good one. But good thinking outside the box. It's much better than giving him a head wound.
Right.
So
He
She
puts
puts
it
it back.
back.
That's good.
How
Um,
long does that stuff even work? Did you?
can go anywhere from 1 hour to 10. It's some good shit.
We should probably just wait until.
Is he?
Is he stable?
I could probably bandage. He has to be.
Because you
He's
stabbed him
stimmed.
with a stim pack, he's not
We
got any
cheated.
problem of bleeding out or further wounding.
So he's safe for now.
Well, how about we just leave him like this until he calms down and then you do the stuff?
I don't see any problems with waiting, but the problem is if he's unconscious, he's not going to be trying out crazy ideas for getting things built. Because right now, I need you to just imagine that all the thoughts are in his head, and he's going to try to act on those. He's going to feel fantastic, and he's going to try to work on stuff. While he thinks he's doing stuff really well, he's probably not going to be doing as well as he thinks he is. So we kind of need to distract him for however much longer it's going to last. 3 hours have already gone by, so he's got at most 7 more.
We'll just have to watch him, I
Yes.
guess.
Yeah. You know,
I'm getting.
it might be a good idea. That's the only problem with leaving him longer is that he's hurt. Well, this like meta, but he's on like 2 HP.
Bit more than that, but yeah.
Oh, he's
He's
at a bad time.
yeah, he's had a bad time.
So, like, what I would say is we should go out and try to hunt these people down. And Frank suggests turning them into lampshades.
Hang on.
No.
They shot
Did
me.
you just?
They shot me a lot.
They shot you a lot.
Did you notice the trees falling down when they
Sorry,
fired
Nana.
at us?
Yeah, that's probably not a good indication about going back there for that.
Yeah, we should just leave him.
But we should remember them. So yeah, that's the problem that we're faced right now. We can either try to knock Leon out or send him on an errand that he can just run around the house 200,000 times until he chills out.
So, Leon, help us out here.
Mm-hmm.
You are currently hopped up on hyperspeed. Like, you are the Flash. Like, you want to outrun Superman.
Woo!
What's going through Leon's mind?
Well, funny you should say that, because I do have a to-build list where I actually have to change one of them. Hopefully it doesn't fuck up.
Just use your notepad if you need to write anything down. Don't touch the cards or any of that until Rich can sort it.
Well, two of the things you want to do is, well, there's the med office lab doctor thing, which needs to be clean. And
It is clean.
Yeah, the room's...
Yeah, well, there's also plans for building a hydroponic garden.
Hydroponic garden.
We need power for that first.
Well, I don't know. What would Leon do? What?
Vulcan's just saying in the middle of surgery, we need power for that. Can't do that yet, bud.
Nice
Really regretting that he wasted such a good high. But
I like the callback to all the times where you guys were saying that, oh, we need this, and you just hear me in the background, haven't built it yet. But I think due to the shock of getting, well, shot and running,
it was quite disturbing.
he would probably default into something that he really knows and likes, which would be inventory. So for the next hour, he's just reorganizing the cart about.
There is no cart.
The cart's out.
Okay.
Been cleared. You can sort the loot pile.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna do that. He's gonna.
There you go.
All of it.
All right.
And honestly, that's what you do with someone who's twacked out of the board. You give them a task that they can't just complete, and that will take them time, and then they'll do it.
He does a fairly attempt at trying to build some kind of storage shelf working. with
So,
a.
so you push it like you push a couple of tables over to one wall, and you start like trying to stack another table on top of a table. You're like, it's gonna be shelving, man. I'm gonna put all the A guns on this shelf, and then all the B guns on this.
Yeah, exactly. He started, and the funny thing is, at some point he picks up a thing like a fish ball and looks at it and just thinks, "Is this gluten free, or am I just losing my mind?" Which is he has no idea what that is, and he's losing his mind.
Cool. Yeah. So I think we can count that Leon is otherwise.
Indisposed.
Yeah. So the
Sweet.
hyper of Jet will just be a happy organizing trip for him.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Which
Oh,
means
and
you've got the
Leon-
rest of the evening to evenify yourselves.
Leon, I'm really sorry about that, buddy, but I kind of figured you would need to drop me and then just keep running.
What? No. What? What? You mean you want me to drop something? What? What am I carrying?
No. We'll talk about it later. It's fine.
So-
Keep going. You've almost got that pile done.
Yeah, like it's just random piles of shit everywhere.
It's like grunts and like blood squirts out a bit.
So
Oh yeah.
for the people that aren't spaced out of their heads, what are you doing with the rest of the day?
I guess Ruby takes the backpack off Quinn and hands it to Vulcan.
Oh, thank you very much. We should maybe think about getting a duplicate bag for Quinn. Because, I say through gritted teeth, Quinn's pretty quick.
Yeah.
So maybe having some good stuff stored on Quinn would be a good thing.
He also gets hit a lot.
Fair
And
enough.
he's damage.
Oh yeah, and like the big welt of like blistered out metal where he took a few hits is very noticeable.
You probably have to fix him.
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll get
see
to
you
it.
Quinn, don't worry, bud. After we're done with this, I'll be sure to find you another trash can. I know you'll appreciate it.
He slumps in a noticeable robot slump at your advice, I guess.
Well, Ruby's gonna inspect the damage and see if she can fix it.
So what's he'd lost his point of armor on
One of his points of armor on
on
his
an
arm.
armor on his arm. Which is fixable, yeah. Do you have any material to fix it? Because you're going to have to do a little bit of
Uh,
material work here.
I have 2 steel material. Gears to plastic.
And you have toolkits, don't you?
I have a mechanical engineering.
For a use of your mechanical engineering kit and one of the steels, you can begin repairs.
Alright, I will.
And then make your engineering robotics. Or repair, depending on if you want to try and repair him. I mean, probably the same, isn't it? Engineering robotics is science. No. Yeah, so engineering robotics is your preferred way forward.
Works. Alright, that's 4 under.
Yep, so having crossed off the things I've asked for, you dismount that particular plate of armor and begin working it over with, I don't know, a disposable acetylene torch or something from your kit. And after some time, yeah, you've managed to patch up his point of damage.
Alright. What time is it now?
So this will take you up to just sort of in the evening. Not quite late enough to go to sleep, but you know, late.
I guess you could have another attempt at this power stabilizer thing.
Oh yeah, because you haven't done that today, have you?
Nope.
Right, I shall look up my notes on power stabilize invention. Power capacity stabilizer. Let's have a look. Oh, secret roll. Rich, don't roll those dice. Sadly not. The stress of the day has been too testing, and you're unable to have clear enough thoughts to put anything together.
Fair enough. If there's any time left, she will continue working on the laser.
I can allow that, yeah. What about Vulcan?
He's stitching himself.
So you've got some time after you've completed that task.
I'm going to try to recover more HP. How do I do that?
So you can continue bandaging yourself. You're still not mummified yet, if you would like to have another crack at that.
Yeah. In
which case, cross off
Half
another bandage.
spot.
And I will add, because you have physician, so you're up to 7 hit points. Oh, and you fixed your abdomen, didn't you? So I'll cross that off.
Yes.
Yep. So yeah, you've just got, you're up to 7 hit points now, which is, what's that, just over half your normal?
How much do the first aid kits do?
A first aid kit, it only does 1 hit point, but the benefit of the first aid kit is you don't necessarily need to
That
know
would be
how
more
to
for
do
those
first.
two.
Yeah, it's like, here's a first aid kit, stop bleeding.
Okay. You don't need skill to.
Yeah, you're using skill at the moment. The first aid kit is just like, wrap it in fucking everything and stop it bleeding.
Okay, so I would actually like to pass the first aid kits off then.
Yeah.
I will give one to Ruby and be like, this, you just, whenever all is fucked.
Ruby has one.
Oh.
Yeah,
it is
you've given them some.
bandages or first aid kits?
Both.
First aid kits.
Okay, so these are just my 2 then. All right, never mind then. Okay, so there's that. I still have to wait for Leon. How many hours has it been?
You are coming up on about the 7th or so hour of drug.
So
he's going to be pimping into the, like, he's going to be awake for a while.
yeah.
For the sake of it, I'm actually going to enforce an automatic insomnia event.
And then a horrible crash.
Yeah, it's just going to, like, bwam.
Not to mention addiction.
Oh yeah, we've got to do addiction for him. That's a good point. That is a good point. GM rolls the dice. Guess who's addicted to Jet?
Oh, dick.
Really?
Dang it.
So that's going to be a problem.
That is a bit of a dick problem, yeah.
Yeah. I saved us, but at what cost?
Well, addiction's just a pain in the ass. Let me just look up the withdrawal nonsense.
Because it may just be Leon's getting tied to a bed for a few weeks.
Withdrawal drugs? Is it under drugs or is it under...
It should be drugs or effects.
I think it's under drugs. Hang on. Bum, 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 bum. Needless to say, I don't think it's going to have an effect in this game session, but I will look it up. So let's wrap this up, and I'll find that. So what is Vulcan doing for the Ruby's busying herself with inventionizing and titivating gun sights, which leaves you with a bit of spare time, unless you're just watching the mobile human fly that is Leon.
It would be incredibly entertaining. However, do we regain HP from just sleeping?
Not immediately, but over time, yes.
All right, then I have to use up these bandages and shit because we cannot be sitting at 5-7 health.
I know, it's not healthy.
Yeah, it's surprisingly not healthy. So again, I will be bandaging myself.
Okie dokie.
12. I don't think it matters. It's still under.
Yeah, on that one, it's another 2 points, so you're now on 9.
I'm about to write.
What was that?
I think he has to poop.
I was screaming into my hands. I'm having on the sideline while listening to all this, I am trying to explain to someone that they just do not want to understand what I'm telling them.
Then you're wasting your time and stop.
Yeah.
What is it about then?
Well, here's the thing, because they're asking me about the different laws and safety regarding auto cheer.
What's your max HP?
What? Max HP of who?
Sorry, Vulcan.
Oh.
Right, you're on 11. And you are bandaged, which means you can no longer heal today.
Okay.
You are pretty damn well mummified.
Continue.
Yeah, but no, the thing is because if I was just talking about everything else other than the auto chair that is supposed to save a child if something happens to it, I wouldn't give a shit.
An auto chair?
Yeah, the little chair, like when people have like
The rocky one?
Oh.
yeah, the baby one, and it's just like there is 2 different laws about them currently. One of them is getting phased out because it's over 50 years old. And there's a new one, which has higher standards. And she's like, but these 2 looks the same and are almost the same. So if they're not tested, if they're built the same, then there are no testing required. It's like, try to understand. And like, but you work with this, so isn't there something to be more in it? Like, no, there is no benefit for hiding information for people to talk about safety. Like, the information is there. Read. I'm trying to talk to the safety of her child, not safety of the adults. Like,
Oh shit! Withdrawal in this is a fucking bitch.
Yeah. Withdrawal is generally a bitch. Like, people die from quitting heroin, you know? Seizures, yo.
Oh, motherfucker, this is horrible!
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's why I brought it up, because it's huge.
We'll deal with that in the future, but yeah. There is a potential risk of death, I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
not so. I was like, so. Damn it. So.
And it's not even like a happy death, it's just you fall unconscious and your body fucking dies.
Oh my god.
Ooh, yeah, that's a horrible one. Frosty, what have you done to the man?
I thought Vulcan was going to die, so I was giving him just one last leg to live for like another few weeks.
Okay, right. Well, I will say this: it's not going to happen for 3 days. Is the break limit of this? So you've got 3 days to kind of figure this shit out. But unless anyone's got any complaints, I'm going to call the session there because we've reached the end of the effective day.
Mhm.
Sure.
Good time.
Food and
Yeah.
woods.
If you could do
Make
the
a
food
note.
and wood,
Yep, I'll also make a note about the
Yeah, I've
wood
put,
minus 140.
wood 140 in forest still.
Yep.
Leon is suffering an auto insomnia.
Yes.
Do I
Um,
take out the food that I gave to the guards?
Yes.
Take out 1 food for the guard, yep.
Oh.
But Leon also has an auto good sleep. So you gain 1 fatigue back, which means you're only down 3.
Wait, I gain 1 fatigue?
Yes, because you're automatically having a good night's sleep because of the critical pass
Oh,
you
yeah,
got at the start of the session. So
Wait, that doesn't make any sense because by my calculation, I was down to, I spent until I was at 7 fatigue, which would be...
I've only got that you went down 4 fatigue points here.
You just spend 1 fatigue, right? Whenever you burn
Yeah,
fatigue.
it's
out?
ju-
Sorry,
yeah.
I was confusing my health pool with my fatigue pool, which I have more health than I have fatigue.
Yeah,
Okay,
your health is currently on 6. Your fatigue is currently down by 3 after sleeping. Did either of the other 2 suffer fatigue?
I did. I have 1 missing.
No.
No?
Alright, well for your
As I
resting
heard, Sid.
overnight, you'll be getting that back. And because you have survived a treacherous level encounter, I'm going to be giving you all your next perk point.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That was a ridiculous
Listen,
Oh,
by the
God.
way.
What were we supposed to do with that? Were we just supposed to fuck off? Like,
Like, even if we had the Haas still alive,
that
that
would've
would have
probably
probably
killed.
killed.
I don't
Either
even
killed
know.
us-
The thing is, I don't. Even if you had DeHaas, even he would have had to have the perfect opening shot to solve that problem.
Yeah, but that wouldn't have worked because they were aware of us.
Yeah, because obviously you were making the noise when they came up, so they had the advantage of being aware of you.
Fucking Gatling lasers, what the hell?
Yeah, exactly.
There's nothing you can do against those.
And honestly, when it did, like, what was it, 17 points of damage against Vulcan, I was like, holy shit, that's a lot of damage! I think that might be one of the highest damaging things I've seen in this game so far.
Yep.
And it was a rank 10 enemy.
Oh, that one with the Gatling gun, of
Yeah.
course.
all right, so perks.
Yes, so you can all have a perk for having survived long in the wasteland and against a frickin' marauding Gatling laser wielding who knows what.
I was like, okay, me and Leon are done.
I seriously thought it was going to be time. Like I looked at it and thought, there's no way it's doing this much damage and they get away.
Yeah.
Like,
But that's why we get the perk point, because we got away. Oh, fuck. I was like, well, new character. How?
and
Dude,
do you want
wait
to
a
know?
minute.
I had to check 3 times when it hit Quinn because I was like, hang on. So he's got 18 armor normally. I've given him 2 extra. He's got 20 armor. I was like, has he hit the armor? And I worked it out, and I think it was like a point into being saved by the armor.
But that's 20 AC. What the hell?
Yeah, but it
That's
saved him.
ridiculous. Yeah, it
It
did.
saved him, but yes, only it was that close. I was like, shit, is it his armor or not? Ah, yeah. And the guy was getting
Ridiculous.
some pretty good rolls. Like, he wasn't having a bad day.
Hmm.
So, that didn't help.
If
It was
if I
horrible.
ever find one of those guns, I'm building it on Quid, no matter what.
Yeah, just give Quinn a Gatling laser. All
Fuck
is well.
Ah. Like imagine
So,
that, because it's all ranges and it's ridiculous rate of fire.
yeah, it's such a good weapon in this, and it's top tier weaponry that was just deployed against you.
Ah. Yeah, we shouldn't have survived that.
Well, I mean, no shitting. Like Vulcan nearly got one shot, so shouldn't have survived. He nearly didn't. I was like, holy crap! If I'd have rolled one extra crit die against him, that was it.
Yeah.
Oh, and that was. I mean, that was close. Fucking.
That armor saved his ass. Same with Leon, I guess.
Yeah, thankfully, both of you having good resists on energy actually seriously just saved your asses.
Gonna need to repair their armors, I guess.
Officially, their armors are in okay condition.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it didn't mess with them as far as
It
I
just
knew.
punched
yeah, 'cause
holes
it
through it.
Yeah, they didn't stop anything.
Yeah, it just ripped through it. Dissipated some of the energy in the damage reduction, but yeah, it didn't actually damage the armors.
Can you pin the perk list?
Yes.
I'm
I have it
cycling
stored
through.
It's
on
on
the-
the disc.
Oh, stored on the disk.
It's on the Fallout or GURPS then Fallout folder. It's the perks _ GURPSified.
Yeah, perks GURPSified. Yeah, I've actually
I'm
lost
gonna
it
need some of
myself.
that strong back. Yeah, if only, right?
I'm not gonna pick anything right now because I am just.
No, that's all right. I mean, if you want to,
Yeah.
I don't even know where the list is. If you want me to send you the list, I'll repost it.
Yeah, that would be sweet. Or appears to Frosty has it on lockdown somewhere.
But it was posted, but it has disappeared into the time long since past. Oh dear. Yeah, that was honestly when I rolled the characters up, I was like, okay, so there's two of these guys, and I looked this guy over and I thought, shit, he's got that many weapons. Holy crap, he's got one of those. Oh.
Fuck?
What
Wait, there
advancement
were two
level
of them.
are we?
Yes, that is a good question. I am gonna have to find the fucking GURPSified thing, aren't I?
I put it in the thingy.
You did?
It's in the chat.
Oh, thank you. You're a genius.
I blame Amelia.
Thank you. So open that shit up. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. I think I can call this advancement 5. Yeah, up to advancement 5. I'll call it that.
Hang on.
There
Oh,
is,
never mind.
yeah. All the rejigging, don't worry about it. Let me close this. Let me go to.
Is there an opposite of loner?
Yes. I forgot what its name is. Unless I'm thinking, I don't know, hang on one sec, I'm just trying to add some points to the people so they can spend points as well. Does anyone want to? I particularly liked. I have to say, Leon's brave, stupid dash to save Vulcan. Pretty fucking heroic.
Yeah.
Like,
Would have definitely been a dead Vulcan.
like, very stupid because. You were literally one dice roll away from death, my son.
Oh yeah, but again, there was in Leon's head. Well, again, he's a very well. He wants to be good to everyone. He wants everyone to be okay, and like he wants to help. So leaving someone to die is not really like. He didn't just.
You know what? I'm going to give you a point for it. I think you deserve Stupidity Award for saving Vulcan. And you know what? I'm going to give Frosty a point as well because I really enjoyed the concept of, you know what? I had this fucking old canister of jet and I was saving it, but nah, I'm just. I like that. That's so.
And he's upset about it too because he's like, God, I could be that high right now. Like that's not long. But he's like, I am alive, so. He's conflicted.
So for that, I'm giving Frosty and Mim both get a point of
You know, I just saw the second one from the top on page 1 of the perk list. If I just wanted to be even more OP in my repair.
Oh god, yeah.
Small guns and repair both gain +1.
Oh yeah. Gun nuts.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Oh, you have a gun? Let me fix it. But it doesn't matter what gun it is. You have a gun.
Was my healer perk maxed out? That's the you heal more when you first aid or bandage or doctor skills. Sorry, 2 to 5 more. We had to do something with that because 5 was like ridiculous.
Oh yeah, no. I think we did do something about that. Hang on. In fact, I'd forgotten you even had that perk. In which case, you're at full health.
Don't be mad. I forgot too.
No,
because it's like every time you use something, it's 2 to 5. I think we agreed on 3 being acceptable, but 5 was that's like half a health pool, and we're like that's a bit much.
In the current paradigm, it would be 1, but with that adjustment, that still puts you at full health.
Oh, fair enough.
Because that was the 2 to 5 thing is based on characters that have 30 hit points.
Yeah, where we have 11 and 12. So fair enough. But that is maxed out. Like I've spent all the points in there.
Healer. So, hang on. Oh yeah, you have 3 ranks of that.
So,
in which case, I shall allow it to be 1 with bonus to your healing. So you can have is it for all healing?
In regards to doctoring and first aid is what it says.
First aid and doctor's skills. Okay, so put both of those up for 2 effective points of gain.
I would, but
oh yeah, but yeah.
See,
okay.
It's fine, except one of them doesn't take sometimes.
All right. Well, yeah. Don't click on it. If
I undid the clicks that I.
Yeah, I'll Can you just take a proper note then that I'm giving you a +2 to those skills because of that?
Yeah, I'll put it in the notebook.
Somewhere, yeah, and then come back to me and remind, because I need to solve whatever this is.
Frosty, could you just pick the perk of Scout. Because it has a perception requirement of 13. For any random encounter, you can check luck to avoid or engage the counter.
Check luck with a luck of 9.
It's still a chance, though, of not having an engagement.
A chance of something. It's a 50-50 shot.
The thing is, though, like, Falcon's a healer.
Yeah, I know
And-
there's so much more stuff that would be so much better for you. Yeah, I know. But still, it's just...
Oh no, not in the 5 category. I need farther. But as of right now, nothing in here is particularly standing out. So you just have to hold it.
I'm not really sure there is an opposite of loan. I just can't remember what it's called.
I could have swore it existed. At least in New Vegas or something.
Well, this is a combination of pretty much all normalized perks. So I'm surprised.
Hey, can I choose psychosis where I have a double psychosis affected but have to redraw?
Yes.
I mean, you can always give yourself negative things.
Yeah.
If you could find a reason, like we tossed out my generous because Frank's an asshole.
Well, to be honest, having that, no, it's like it's actually a perk. It's a perk that does that. But to be honest, it's very easy to storytell right now because basically I just been shot with 2 very janky things that does very fucked up things with Leon. So like there's all possibilities that would totally fuck him up.
A lot of these cards are still, or these perks are still based on the card combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
We have to redo.
Where appropriate, we just have to
Finagle.
finagle. Yes.
There aren't really any useful perks for Ruby that I can find.
Don't forget, it doesn't have to be 5. It can be anything up to 5.
Yeah, I know.
But we have had quite a few of these now. We've taken the ones that were lower.
Yeah, yeah.
I see some stuff that I'm like 1 special skill off of, and I'm like, why'd you build your character this way?
Well, why did you build a character that is stupidly old?
Because that was the excuse for having all the knowledge.
Yeah.
True.
It's like, how do you know all of this stuff? Well, he's old. Okay. Fine.
It was a good character concept. I like the old man, and yeah.
I think it's funny, but the way you just explained it just reminded me of the way I wrote an essay in school. Just like, and the plane crashed and everybody died. Like,